Sino muna? GLive! What up, guys? All right, we're live again, and this is gonna be an interesting show. We'll wait for a couple
Yay!
more people to get into the stream before we explain. Medyo different yung setup natin ngayon. Wow, cameras
Wow,
everywhere, and
set
you'll see
up.
we do have a couple of friends on the stream today. But yeah, we'll wait for a couple more people to go in first before we really try to explain everything that's gonna happen tonight, because it's gonna be a really fun GLive Paint night. It's gonna be our first time. So yeah, let me just share.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do our YouTube stuff. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Well, you already buried the lead, but hello everyone. Welcome to G Live Game Night, and tonight it's G Live Paint Night. We have two newbies, Willow and I, who will be painting miniatures for the first time. Really, for the first time.
First time.
But we are doing this with the expert guidance of our resident painters from Arcus, Teri and Franz. They will come up in a little while. But before that, of course, if you love us,
Wow,
love
if
us
you love
talaga,
us.
please do share this stream to your friends because this one we're really excited because I always wanted to learn how to paint for the longest time. I've been
Uh-huh.
playing board games and D&D and I haven't had the courage to do so. And now I'm gonna paint. Ah, so exciting! So if you have some friends that you want that you feel that they will learn in painting more or anything about board gaming, share this stream to them. We're
There you
also
go.
live in YouTube, so please
Mm-hmm.
do like and subscribe so that you can get awesome content from us,
Yes.
your handsome painters,
Wow,
newbie
painters.
painters.
We are resident G Live resident painters now.
Yes.
You guys have no choice apparently. So okay. So before we go into our the meat of the show, basically I do have a couple of announcements.
Ooh.
Exciting announcements. Ito yung last week ko pa sinasabi sa inyo na excited ako to share, but since bukas na yung start nito, I'm really excited to share it
What's
with you,
this?
and pwede na ako mag-share with you guys. I am just gonna show you an an app that you can buy stuff from with us in our
What?
gaming library. Yeah, but before that, let's welcome some people. I did ask pala a GL question. I asked if you have what is your experience with painting, from miniatures to like digital to like canvases. Let us know, and share maybe a story that's interesting for you na ano niya sa painting, kasi
Yeah.
ngayon lang kami magpe-paint ni Dwayne. I think nagpe-paint si Dwayne ng not miniatures,
House. The
ng house. Wow.
ng walls.
Okay, ng walls, okey. So bigatures yung pini-paint mo dati, ngayon
Yeah.
maliliit yung ano, small strokes only. Yeah, so, yeah, welcome to the stream, JP. Sabi niya, "I painted only on canvas." Have you tried painting in miniatures, JP? Maybe eto na yung time that you can try. Sabay tayo. And then also Gino, welcome to the stream. Sabi niya, "Yes, good
Hey,
luck
thank
and enjoy
you.
Willow and Dwayne." I think Gino has painted a few miniatures before, and I remember him nung sa GLive Paint Night natin, the first one, he was commenting for tips and tricks also. Yeah. So let us know if you do have experience of painting, and maybe if you want to experience painting the miniatures, lalo na we're in the board gaming ano, and ang gaganda ng board games lalo if it's colored, the
Yes.
miniatures. Okay, before we go into my announcement, sabi ni John Irvin Fabul, present. I have little to no skill in painting. We are the same, which is why I haven't painted my minis yet. I'm hoping to learn a trick or two so I can finally pimp my Marvel minis. Nice. I think Teri tonight is
Same.
finishing a Marvel mini. So if you want to check, maybe you can ask her some stuff later. Okay, so now to my announcement. We are I'm gonna use my other cam for this because it's on my phone. Very
Ooh.
quickly,
Oh, I know
and
that.
Pop.
I know that.
Okay, if you guys are familiar with this, we are now on the GCash app. May pera ako
What?
konti. Dapat pala mag-ano ko ng QR code dito para pwede kayong mag-send sa akin ng
GLive
GCash.
and Gcash?
But yeah, this is my announcement. GLive, G, wait lang. Gaming library. GL is in GLive in Gcash. What do I mean by that? In your Gcash app, you have your GLive where you can buy stuff. You can buy stuff with your and they do have some exclusive deals. And we are launching the gaming library store in Gcash. So if you just go to GLive, search gaming library, you can see gaming library is there. And my surprise dito for everyone, starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. So I'm just teaching you now that you can go to Gcash, go to GLive, and you can Gcash, GLive, GLive, and then you can scroll, look at our store in here in this app. Um, it's gonna be our launch week this weekend. So starting tomorrow until 29, my exclusive deals up to 50%. And when I say up to
What?
50%, 50% for gamer games. So if you guys know games like Mega City Oceania, Inuit, Castles of the Mad King Ludwig, if you are on the fence on getting those, may 50% off there. And then we do also have G Life. What's our other collection? We have our K-pop collection, our family collection, and your gamer collection. So mag-stagger yung payments, yung mga discounts for those. So you can check starting tomorrow. Check out the G Life in Gcash. Yan. So that's my
Ooh.
announcement for you guys. So check nyo lang. Maybe you'll see na the game you are wanting is just 1,000 pesos na lang. Why? Because EG Life mo na yan. Yeah.
When
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
promo?
Starting tomorrow, 23 to 29. So I think 23 to 29, 26 would be our G Life
Ooh.
family and K-pop. So your sleeves, your accessories, anything Sultan supply. And for your family, our favorite games like Code Names, Just One, Point Salad, all of these games that we like. And then 26 to 29 would be our gamer promo, which is 50% off. 50% off straight up for gamer games. Check.
That's massive.
That is massive.
50%.
Yes. Uh, so that's it for my announcement today, and we shall return to this scene. Yeah. Okay. So check out G Life. Check out GL in G Life in your Gcash app.
Gina G.
G the G. EG Life mo na yan. Okay. So welcome to the stream, Nathan. Sabi niya excited for this episode. Have you painted before, Nathan? It's gonna be my first time, and I'm gonna.
It's both our first
It's our
times.
first time pala. So I'm gonna push to finish a miniature tonight. So if you wanna hang out with us, ask questions. We're gonna have experts naman in the stream. So excited for that also. Sabi ni Gino, maybe in the future we can paint at the GL stores. Parang sip and go. Like a
Ay,
miniature painting group.
true. Parang ang
Yeah.
fun nun. Parang ang chill.
That would be fun. Good evening, Nathan. Sabi ni JP, nakita ko nga. I think I think this is the Gcash and GLife. And Sam, welcome to
Tiningnan
the
ko rin
stream.
kanina.
Hello. Sabi niya, started painting in 2019. It was during a Pilipintados event. Nice. I painted my unmatched minis and am currently making my way through Marvel United. So madami akong backlog. Is it the all-in Marvel United? Kasi if so, yes.
Kasi madami yung
Ang
backlog.
daming miniatures na. Yeah. Sabi ni Nathan, have not painted yet. That's why I'm excited. I'm a newbie.
Yay!
This is the perfect show for you. And welcome to the stream, Mark Ellis. You're in YouTube today. Welcome. Okay.
Kaway-kaway
So,
mga newbies.
let's start painting. But I'll introduce you first to the experts that we have on stream. Of course, you guys know Teri from our last GLive paint night. She is here tonight. And all
Yay!
Franz, welcome to the stream, guys.
Yay!
They're gonna be painting also while we're painting some stuff. I think Teri would be painting Marvel
Marvel.
United,
That's right.
Ant-Man. Yeah. And
Yep.
then si France would be showing us another product that we are excited for in Arcus.
Yes.
Sobrang excited din kami doon because it's gonna help us get into the hobby more. Yan. But yeah, quickly, since it's their first time to meet France, maybe you could say something about yourself and your background in painting. Yeah.
Yes, I'm Franz, also known as Esia.
Mhm.
Many people call me as Esha, so sinabi nga ni Teri, like before, is Esia. So,
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay. Nag-lag onti si France.
May
Sige,
konting lag.
may
May,
konting technical difficulties, but we're gonna get back to you, Franz, also known as Esia. Uh,
I think France has a Facebook page also, Terry. Maybe you can.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
His Facebook page is the same name, Esia din.
I see. Okay.
ESIA. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So we can check France out later sa page niya, and then also Terry from Arcus Paints, and also what's sorry, I forgot your page.
Arcane Mechanicum. Haba.
Crane Mechanicum. There you go.
ganda.
Nice. Very nice name. Yeah, quickly, sabi ni Johan, welcome. Sabi niya, hello, welcome to the stream. Lion
Hello.
Ogre, good evening everyone, especially kay Tita Terry. Tita Terry with your may mga
Wow.
fairies, Tita. Paints and
Oh
Needles,
no.
welcome. Sabi niya, mga idol ko. And there's a lot of friends. Welcome to the stream, guys. Alfred, sabi niya, good evening, Miss Terry. Nice to see you again. And
Hello.
Bon says, Master Franz. Lodi. Nice. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna be painting tonight. It is me and Dwayne's first time, so we're gonna be asking questions, a lot of questions. So if it's your first time also painting or you haven't started yet, this is the best show that you can
Yes.
watch and tambay tonight. Also pala, before I forget, Carl, the resident painter of gaming library, is also here. So if you guys have any questions about painting, magsasagot din siya. Carlos, are you there?
Carl?
Ako ng Strawberry Street, inaabangan, hindi, sorry, Wrong String, Wrong
Carl.
String. Hello.
Okay,
GL,
there.
GL pa
Carl,
tayo, GL.
there. GL is
I'll
there.
manage the questions. So if you guys have any questions on the chat, feel free to type it in, and I will be asking the masters.
Okay.
Willow and Duane are in good hands right now. Ako ay magmimiran lang, mga asal lang ako today.
Okay. Yeah. So Carlos is also there. So if you guys have any questions about painting, we have like 3 experts, paint experts here tonight. So yeah. See, how do we start this?
Actually,
So
sige, I have a couple of questions na very helpful for newbies. First, before you start, a while ago I was scrambling. What are the things that you need
yeah.
to 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 paint? Parang newbie starter kit, the basics.
Like give us like a checklist of things. Yeah.
So, I'll answer first.
Okay. There you go.
um, you need a container where you can pour your paints, of course. So you have 2 options. So it's one is what we call a hard palette, and the second one
Mhm.
is the wet palette. Hard palette can be anything like a plate, platito, or um, paper, even paper. I think Willow is gonna use. There you go, a plastic palette. That's
This is
fine.
a Sintra board.
Sinter board. Okay.
I'm gonna use this.
This is what
Okay.
I'm using.
Yeah, that's perfect. So
I stole it from my brother.
That's exactly what I have here also.
yeah. So that's where you can pour your paint.
Mhm,
And then the second one was the wet palette. So
mhm.
if you're wondering what's the difference, which one is
Yeah,
better?
what's
The wet palette kasi just like what I'm using. I'll just show you. There you go.
Okay.
So it has the it's wet. Wet palette nga eh. So it has this foam, PBA foam at the bottom, and
Mhm.
then also using baking paper
On top.
on top.
Oh,
Yes, so the baking paper is like your barrier between the foam, the wet foam, and your
the
paint, so
foam.
that your paint doesn't get soaked. So why do we prefer to use the wet palette? It extends the life of your paint just for a while, for a bit.
Mhm.
Because if you noticed, if you use a hard palette, um that's the thing with acrylic paints. In a bit medyo
Magta-dry.
matutuyo na siya. Oo, magda-dry siya ng konti. But if you're
Okay.
gonna use a wet palette, you can just stir it a bit again, and then it kind of reactivates your paint, so you
Cool.
can continue, or you can paint for extended hours. Now if your wet palette has a cover, you can just put it, for example, you mixed a color, and
Mhm.
then you're just going to continue painting later tomorrow. You can just cover your wet palette and go back to it, and it's still fine.
Nice.
There. Sorry,
Eh,
overload.
okay lang. Is it any type of, is it parchment paper or baking paper? Is there a specific paper that you have to use?
Um, Mine,
You
what I
can use.
use
Sorry,
is
go.
wheat paper. Carl, I think, has an explanation for the wax paper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Parchment paper, baking paper is fine. Basta wag lang may wax or a silicone. Kasi it'll reject the water, which is kind of the opposite of what you want.
Okay.
You can,
Mm,
so baking paper is very, very cheap. You can get it from a baking supply store for 50 pesos a roll. 10 meters na ata yun. So that's a lot of paper. Just double up kasi medyo manipis ang baking paper. If you want
Nice.
something a bit sturdier, parchment paper works. The same type that you get from the baking store din, or pwede rin yung makukuha mo sa National Bookstore, yung ginagamit pang print ng diploma.
Yes.
Okay.
oh.
Okay.
Sa
So you
akin
need.
yan.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, if you're going to go the wet palette route, we could probably set up a session later, another session where we could teach you how to set up
Okay.
your own wet palette. Pero
Great.
it's one of those things that are nice to have, not essential, but basically you just need to have a place to put your paint.
Okay.
That's it.
So the first thing you need is the
The
palette.
palette, either wet
Yes,
Okay.
or yung hard,
hard
Or
yung
palette.
dry.
dry palette.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Next. Uh, I think
Is
Terry na
The
lang.
paint,
Terry.
syempre. There you go.
paintbrush. Yes,
I am paintbrush.
paintbrush. Yes.
Paintbrush. Is there a specific paintbrush that you need to use? Lalo na for like miniature painting. Yeah.
Mhm.
There are two types of paintbrushes, kasi the natural and the synthetic. So what I'm using right now is natural brush. So when you say natural, these are the bristles are made of like animal hair. But don't worry, animals are not being harmed, especially the Kolinsky brushes.
Okay.
Yeah, and the synthetic ones, usually they're the ones the color yellow,
Yeah,
like
I think I'm using synthetic ones.
yes,
Like
yung
here.
the
It
different
says here
colors.
I'm using synthetic.
That's
What's
fine.
what's the main difference? Like, when do you use which one?
For detailing kasi, I prefer to use the Kolinskis because they maintain they maintain the point, especially
Mm.
when you're painting like details, like tiny
Mm,
details. They maintain the point well. Plus, they also absorb the paint better than the synthetic ones.
synthetic.
Yes, so that means you don't have to reload and reload, especially when you're painting fine details. Of course, you want to make that straight line or a line in one go without having to go back and reload your paint. So
Okay.
those are some of the advantages. For the for the synthetic, it's fine, especially if you want to just start and get the hang of, painting, applying paint. And they're cheaper also.
Okay.
Synthetic brushes are cheaper, so
Nice.
Perfectly fine to start with synthetic brushes. There.
Okay. Sige.
Okay.
Sorry, before we move on, I'll just mention a couple more people that's commenting. Sabi ni Lion Ogre, sabi niya, Tita Teri lang malakas. Yes, we know. Malakas.
Malakas talaga. I can
Malakas
feel it eh.
Yeah. Parang feeling ko I'm learning,
I can feel the knowledge, yung
nagpa-plus 100 na agad
yeah,
yung
passing
experience ko sa
through
painting.
the
Just
screen.
being in the presence of. Johan says, can't wait for my Arcus paints to arrive. I have 3D printed so much models. Ang dami ko ng backlog. Oh, nice. And then Kusarigama, sabi niya magandang gabi mga boss. Magandang gabi po sa iyo. And then Joseph said,
Magandang
can't wait to
gabi.
finish my third 3D printed Eldritch Horror minis. Ooh, nice.
Ooh. Eldritch Horror.
Mikey says GL has miniature painters on a stream. I smell something good. I know Mikey does paint a lot. So let's see. I'm gonna ask also a couple of questions sa'yo. So abangan mo na yung mga chat ko sa'yo, Mikey. Baka to help me start up. And then Gina says, when you get paint on your shirt, you need to make palette.
Your clothes.
Welcome to the stream, Gina. Okay.
Nice.
Tama naman.
Nice. Okay, so you have your palettes, you have your paintbrush. What else do we need?
Water, of course. Yeah,
Water.
Franz, you wanna share? Is Franz?
Franz went out.
Okay. Is there a specific water that we need?
Ay, wala naman. It's just to rinse the paint from your it's just like
From the
watercolor lang naman, just rinsing and tissue, so that when
Okay.
you get excess paint on your brush, you can just simply wipe it off, and that's it.
Okay. How much water do you need?
Tissue.
Kahit a little cup lang, konti lang.
Water.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't confuse it with your mug or your coffee.
True. No.
Yeah, that's safe.
Okay. And then so we have our paintbrush, palette, water, tissue, and of course we need our paint.
Of course, we
Yes.
need our paint.
Yeah,
And
of course.
we're using this.
Yes. We're everyone on stream is gonna be using Arcus paints that you guys can get now available on Gaming Library, Shopee, Lazada. I heard these are really, really good.
They
I
are
have no
really,
basis of
really good.
comparison. So parang I just trust the experts.
Yes, I do trust the experts also. These are water-based acrylics. These are what we're using tonight. And yeah.
Okay. We're ready. Oh my
We're
God,
ready.
kinakabahan ako.
Dinidelay lang natin
That
talaga din. Kasi,
Oh, parang dinedel. May questions pa ba on stream? Let's do it together. Let's jump.
Okay.
sige.
Let's
Good
dive
luck,
into the deep
guys.
end.
Si Michael Lim sabi niya, I watch Spanish and Italian painters. Sabi niya, get some, is this Pine Sol? Pine Sol for paint switching.
Pine Sol. I think
Pine
that's
Sol?
a cleaner.
Tawag dito, Pine Sol is a stripper. It's a household cleaner / paint stripper. Pero if you're going to be looking for something that's specifically made for stripping paints, Teri and Franz will have something to demo for us later. So that's a slight spoiler.
Yeah. So
For
sige. For later, we'll get back to that comment. Sabi ni Paints and Needles, marami na naman matutunan sa mga idol ko ngayong gabi. Thanks for this. Welcome. Madami rin kami matutunan. Michael, sabi niya, I'm waiting for Arcus Metallics. Terry. how is our
Kailan ba yan lalabas?
NMM?
Arcus Metallics, I've been hearing about that.
MNM?
NMM.
The NMM is going to be different. That's November na.
Cool, okay.
Yes,
Malapit
but those are matte, by the way, but it's for the non-metallic metal finish.
Okay.
There, I got that right. Pero the metallic ones, we're still testing phase, just making sure that the finish is really nice and the adhesion and everything else. So we're gonna announce that.
Okay. Sige, great.
Kapit lang,
So
guys.
we'll get
Parating
back
na.
to the Pine Sol comment later, but I think now what's gonna be nice is to help us start painting,
Yeah. What
maybe
is
you can help us prepare. For this, I'm just gonna use my camera, table camera.
and I am
Uh,
not gonna use another camera because I only have one.
yeah.
This
Okay, so
one.
these are the things you said, a palette. So I'm gonna be using this. We have this. The paintbrush. I have two. They're not the best, but we're gonna make it work. Uh, paint is here. Water
Yes.
and tissue, and of course, yung miniature natin is here. So maybe we can share na lang, Dwayne, what we're gonna be doing. For me, I'm gonna be doing. This is
Oh yeah.
actually a Robin Hood. A Robin Hood miniature from Unmatched. Uh, why did I choose this? We're gonna have a D&D session. Oh, another announcement. D&D session for GLive on Wednesday, 8 p.m. So very excited for that. And my character there is actually a rogue. So a rogue tiefling. That's na yan. Hindi ko
Nice.
alam kung spoiler na yan,
Nice.
but we're gonna use Robin Hood. He's not gonna be kakulay ni Robin Hood because I want to make use of him as the D&D character. But also I heard that I can reset miniatures naman whenever. So let's see how we can do that later. But just so you guys know, this is I'm using Robin Hood miniature from Unmatched, but he's not gonna look like Robin Hood. Yan. How about you, Dwayne? What are you painting tonight?
I'm painting this guy. He is unidentified random comms officer from Star Wars.
From Star Wars.
Yes.
Nice. Yan.
So he's pointing where he's going. Over there. Yeah.
Or he's like, you stop. Parang ganun,
You.
yeah.
Where? Yeah.
Start painting. Yeah.
Okay, sige. Before we started the stream, we actually primed our paint, our minis already. So,
Figures.
We did.
cause that is something that you have to do outside. Cause I've heard from the previous stream that the best way to prime is to use a spray paint, and of course, to safely use a spray paint, you have to do it outside. And I've heard na short bursts lang, and parang so far naman, so far so good. So
Yeah.
they're
I
both
think
prime.
these are primed already. So yeah, I also, if you're wondering, also this is like a cap lang for a deodorant. I stuck my miniature in it. Sinabi lang nila na easier to handle yung miniature. So yeah, okay. Now how do
Okay.
we this, Terry?
Yes.
Okay. So, I forgot to mention pala, if it helps also if you have references.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
We can pick
or
up references.
yeah, references for the figures, or if it's fine if you don't, if you already have an idea on the colors that you're going to use for your figures. So there. Um, start with since your figures are humans or they have faces, I recommend starting with the face first.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
so what I do, that's just for me. I start with the inner part of the figure, so that
Okay.
kasi pag inuna mo yung outer part, there's a tendency na, especially if you don't have a handle, baka mahawakan mo or you might smudge the
Okay.
paint around. So it's better to start the inner part of your figure,
Okay.
the face. So yeah, you can feel free to start. How about si Franz? May ano ba si Franz? What's your ano? Where do you start?
Nawala si France.
Not
Wala,
face.
that's different.
Yeah, but I heard Carl, you also
Yeah,
have different
Carl.
ways of painting, so maybe you can share with us also.
Yeah, kasi I paint by batch because I paint a lot of miniatures. So
Mm,
efficiency and speed is what I'm aiming for. So if it's going to be a gaming piece, I normally would paint the primary. I'll paint the entire figure, that's just the primary color. So if it's going to be a green figure, for example, Robin Hood, or if it's, he's going to be wearing leathers, he's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to be brown. So I'm going to paint the entire figure brown.
Okay.
Start there, especially if I'm a beginner painter, because it'll get you used to how the paint works, how the paint leaves the brush. So it's a good practice point, and you're not afraid of messing up first. So just get into the rhythm of it. Just paint the entire figure, the major color of the figure.
Oh,
Kasi
so
there's a
it's like
question here on go.
parang
Big area
macro,
first.
macro, micro. Just like teaching
Yeah.
a board game. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, that's a
Kasi
good.
for example, if for example, let's say you're going to move to a smaller portion of the mini, let's say you're painting the face and you make a mistake, then the outside, all you have to do is paint over the mistake. So there's ways of cleaning it up naman. There's also the question kasi on the chat, somebody asked here, paints and needles, how do you clean your brush strokes? So that's what I was talking about kasi learning how your paint gets applied to your mini, so this is probably the biggest start. So if you're noticing that you're leaving brush strokes on your paint, it's either you're putting too much water or not enough water, or you're putting too much, or your paint is a bit too thick. So you'll have to manage it. So there's several ways that you can fix that. So
Gotcha.
practice first. Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question na kaagad. What if
Go for it.
because I know that you have the 12 the starter kit has 12 colors, but what if you don't have the color that you want? Parang how do you come up with the color that you want? Do you just test it out? And in terms of Arcus, siguro for Arcus specifically, yung color ba niya sa bottle, ganun rin ba siya magde-dry?
Yes, actually. Well, a little bit dark, just a little bit darker, but almost similar sometimes. So,
Ooh.
but to answer your question, what if the color that you need is not in the set? Actually, you can create any color. You can mix any color that you want or need from those starter colors that you have. What's good about it is the colors that you see there. They're made of single pigments, meaning for the red pigments, it's just red lang talaga. So when you mix it with other
Ganda nga.
colors, yeah, they don't lose saturation or yeah,
Okay.
you don't lose saturation, so it's perfect for mixing the other colors that you wanted. Now if you don't have an idea of what colors to mix, so there are a lot of color mixing guides available online that you can check. So yeah, there.
Okay. Sige, like
Yeah.
before we really start to paint, medyo nagde-delay ako kasi natatakot ako, to be honest. Last question that we'll answer na sabi ni John Irvin Fabul, what's that thinking holding the minis? I'm using just a deodorant cap. I put like a blue tack dun sa ilalim, and then so it's not expensive at all.
Sa akin rin, small plastic na cap. And then I had the parang yung the sticky tack na glue.
Yeah.
The blue green one. So I just attached the mini on top of it so that I can hold it like so.
Okay. So we're really gonna start now. Just so you guys know, I have a reference. This is my reference. So Tiefling na, of course, I did. There you go. Na rogue.
Nice.
So most probably something like this, or I'm thinking of making like a purple-ish. Hopefully I can pull this off.
You can. Believe
can
in
do it.
yourself.
We
Yes.
We
believe.
can do this, Willow.
So yun yung gagawin natin tonight. Okay. Let me just fix which one. Okay, there you go. Franz is also here, but he's gonna join na lang daw audio. Medyo
Yes.
So if may
Here,
questions
guys.
na lang, Franz, just
Yes.
feel free to talk. Okay. I do have a start ito yung pinaka-starting newbie question. Now, what do I do now?
So you can start putting your paints on your palette,
Okay.
or pick the color that you wanna paint first. Just
Okay,
like what Carl's suggestion is. That's actually a very good suggestion for starters. So paint the largest areas so you can feel the yeah you
Okay.
can get a feel of the paint and the brush strokes and yeah stuff like that.
Okay.
So pick your first color.
I'm so scared.
Are
I
you
guess
are you doing it, Willow? I'm doing
I
it.
okay, you're doing it now. You started. I think I'm gonna go with like Carlos's suggestion with starting like macro because
Mhm.
I really haven't
There's no
painted in a
turning
while.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So uh should I make brown hood or a dark magenta
Brown.
hood?
If you're going for brown with the paint that you have,
Yep.
suggestion is blue, red, and yellow.
Yellow. Yes.
Blue, red, and yellow. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. Salita lang kayo ng salita dyan. I'm
So
gonna ano.
So
yeah.
try equal amounts of blue, red, and yellow. Pero just add drops lang muna, not too much. Kasi the paints
Oh,
are medyo saturated. It might
ganito pala itsura na to.
overpower the other
Okay.
colors.
So do I put them next to each other or
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Parang
separately muna.
is that enough? Is
So
that too
how do
little?
I know if there's too much paint in the brush?
You know what?
pag
Um,
nagpo-pull siya doing,
yeah, it starts to
Mm.
pag hindi mo na siya makontrol, parang nagpa-flood na siya. That means you might want to brush off some of the paint.
I use the tissue for that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can. Or the palette na lang din. Parang scrape it against an edge of the palette.
Is this too little? I'm scared. No.
Don't worry.
How much do I need? There, I made a bigger yellow.
That could work, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that? Just mix all of those?
Yep.
Yes.
Go for
Okay.
it.
First time touching paint.
So add water
Kasi-
muna to your brush.
Water to the brush.
Yep.
Yes.
So parang
And then-
carry
and then just-
water from the... Yeah, go for it.
Wet your brush first, then
Okay.
wipe it sa tissue to remove the excess water.
And then just circle.
Yep, swirl it.
Wipe the
What for?
excess water first. There. Yeah.
What I really like about this paint session, kasi I mean, there's no really stupid questions.
Colors
Like
this.
Yes.
sometimes kasi I don't know if it's culturally we think na parang nahiya tayo to ask questions or parang baka isipin na like it's a stupid question, pero I really believe that you really have to start somewhere, and
Exactly.
if you don't ask you won't know.
I have a bluish. Do I put more yellow?
Put more yellow in. Just
Yes.
add the yellow.
The whole thing?
Yep.
Yes,
Actually,
just
the
drag
entire
the
thing.
yellow.
Okay. Oh, I have
You
gray.
can try putting streaks like test streaks on the side of your palette or the paper to see if it's already brown or if it's bluish. Yeah, just start putting streaks sa paper mo.
I
Yeah,
think
what's
it's
the color now?
bluish.
Is it
Blue?
bluish?
Add more red and yellow.
Red and yellow.
Where do I put my paintbrush?
Important rin pala ang color theory, no?
Yes. There's some more red and yellow.
Did I put too much?
I think the blue one is overpowering.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And
When painting, is it better to like
There you go.
add little by little, or do you
Yeah.
want full coverage?
you mean
Ng isang
when
stroke?
Like
when applying this a figure?
like usually like I don't know what I'm talking about, but it looks like I'm adding too little paint. Kasi when it's dry, I can see the base, the primer. So parang ako,
You know what?
am
Trust.
I adding too little paint?
Maybe. What color did you start with?
I'm using a red,
Mhm.
so I can see the gray through it. Na parang not bad.
Ah, did
I
you
want it to be like a Russian guy.
darker?
So very red na dark for
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
whole
use
suit.
this.
You can put a
Pero
second
the red
coat.
is nice. Pero wino-water down ko lang siya out of fear.
Ah, okay. So I guess that's why you're still seeing the primer. It's kind of thin. Try it in one area na hindi masyadong kita. You can try painting just the pure paint, just so you get to see the difference between the thinned and unthinned
I
paint.
see it.
Okay.
True. Yeah, I think I
this is
added too
fine.
much water.
I think this is fine because this is the color the paint has given me, and
You
I kind of
can
like it.
For Willow, you can if it turns out like too dark or almost
Yeah,
black, you can add what you have is the Lancaster yellow,
Lancaster
right?
yellow. Actually, I was thinking.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can add that to adjust the lightness,
Put one drop.
or you can
Just
just drop yeah, there.
just drop.
Ooh.
There you go.
Or what you can also do is just put the drop beside your brown and just gradually add
Oh,
the lighter one. So you have like two versions or two colors of your brown. So you have a
okay. I
lighter
shall
one
do
and
that.
a
I shall do
darker
that.
one.
I shall do that. But this is nice actually. It's a brown. It's a brown. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but this is to my eyes. This is brown.
Yes. Yeah, we see it's brown. Yes.
Is it brown?
Just as a side note for everybody watching, yung starter set, the sampler and the full size 30 mm bottles, pretty brown siya, so you don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do this.
We
It says that
Okay.
Willow and Duane are working on a limited palette. So hard mode sila ngayon.
Yes.
Ooh, good.
Extra challenge.
We have friends.
But I mean, it also parang it's very beneficial for newbies kasi sometimes they don't know na parang if you don't have the colors that you want, the color that you want,
You
at
just give
least you
up.
know how to mix, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I think this is brown.
Just going back to Dwayne's, yung for the painting. If for starters, you don't want to put the paint too thick
Mhm.
kasi dun lumalabas yung brush strokes or sometimes you're going to bury the details with the paint. So it's always better to start thin and go on several layers rather than one thick layer
One
para
big
cover the guy.
thick.
Layers, true. Kasi you might
Yes.
lose the details of the minis.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna start. This is gonna be my first paint stroke. I'm scared. Do I just put
What?
it
Go for it.
anywhere?
Anyway,
Go for it.
the entire thing.
Go.
The
The
You can
entire
do it.
thing. Even the base?
the entire thing.
No naman, diba? Just
Yeah.
the legs.
Yeah, kasi brown is a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
base.
Are you brown?
Pero I
So?
can see why this is
Actually, this
so
is
relaxing. Like you can pop
It is
in
brown.
like a
There you
lo-fi hip hop
go.
music,
And
tapos
then,
or paint with friends or like
is
this
brown.
online painting session. I can see why people are like, this is amazing.
Philippines has its host, parang, I think, once a month, I think they have a paint jam of sorts,
Ooh.
online.
Ooh, that's so cool.
It looks brown, guys, right?
Tapos you
Yes.
share
Yeah.
tips and
Yes, it
tricks,
is
no?
brown.
I'm just gonna cover everything. I think this is
Yeah.
this is a really nice technique for like people scared of painting like me, kasi I don't want to like permanently destroy things. But
You're not.
I think Arcus also has something that could
That's
could,
right. Help you
help.
conquer the fear
Yeah.
of
Kundi segue
I
ko
now
dito.
see the benefit of a wet palette. Kasi nga in my palette, it's starting The paint
To
is starting to
dry.
dry.
Yes.
Then I'll just paint fast. But yeah, I think Arcus is gonna launch or launched. Is it launched already? It is.
We have
Uh,
It's
it na, di
probably.
ba?
We have it na mga pala. A paint stripper. So going back to the comment kanina ni I think that was Michael Lim asking for pine salt. The pine salt thing. I think Arcos has a paint stripper. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Um, it's called
Ooh.
it's called the Arcus Revert. Yes, so you can revert back.
It's so nice.
You can
You
undo.
can turn back time.
Exactly. Yeah. So
To the bulldogs.
you can either dip your or soak your miniatures and then remove the paint. It can remove lacquer and acrylic, so both. It's actually multi-purpose, and I think urethane then. Is
Wow.
France back?
France is here. Yes, France is here.
Ayun. France, take it away. Si France kasi, he's the one working with the
Oh,
chemist in charge for the paint
oh,
strippers.
France is not here na pala. Sorry.
Ayan.
I was.
Pero,
Oh, France is here now.
I think we
I
just
think
have to summon.
yes.
I think sige. While I'm doing this brown coverage, France is here. I think he's gonna show us the paint stripper. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yon.
Do you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
loud and clear.
After 10 years. Yeah. Actually, ito yung product ni Arcus. Actually, our product is Revert Paint Stripper and Airbrush Cleaner.
Cleaner.
Yes. So what does this is it actually strips your paint from acrylic, lacquer to urethane. So I'm gonna show you the sample kung paano siya ginagamit.
Go ahead.
Yan.
That pala meron ako dyan.
You're doing well, Willow. You don't need it yet.
Mm-mm.
Pero actually, good siya, no? Even for people who don't paint, for example, if you're buying secondhand board games that somebody painted the miniatures and for some reason you don't like it, get
Oh
it.
yeah, that is
Oh,
nice. That's a
yeah.
good idea. I have a question. Sorry, while you're
Yes.
demoing the paint stripper, do I like? So I think I covered it. Oh, never mind. I covered it. Do I wait for a while? Let it dry.
Yeah, you
before
basically
I
wait for
put
it to dry.
Okay,
Just a
gotcha.
little
Thank you.
bit.
Okay, go ahead. Wait,
So,
is that is that
that's a
like a
Yes,
figurine? Full
Yes,
on
it's a-
figurine?
Xeon Pilot.
General Pilot.
Wow.
Sa Xeon Pilot I painted last year, so I decided to paint strip.
What? Okay.
That's it. Yan. So for a few seconds
He's
lang,
chilling. Chilling in the pool of paint
Mm.
stripper.
full of paint stripper. Actually, you can visibly see na may paint stripping process.
Yeah, I can see it.
If you see. See?
Oh, what the-
Oh, that's magic.
Nani?
Oh.
Just by using my hands, I can actually strip the paint. See?
nice. That's a year painted already.
Yes, it's already hand painted using water-based acrylics as well. I
That's
believe
cool.
it's Vallejo from other brands.
Mhm.
But the primer I use here is lacquer-based.
My question, I see Gino is asking, does paint stripper also remove the primer?
Yes, actually, yes.
As in full on
This-
plastic na lang siya.
Yes, ayan. Actually, that's the actual plastic. Yung
Nagchachapi lang tayo onte.
Okay.
But
Actually,
Yeah.
nagulat ako Mabilis siya. Mabilis siya. I mean, I've been stripping figurines for a long time. Nagulat ako kung gaano kabilis yung ano. This not
Especially
talk. The good talk.
Especially for
Yan.
water-based acrylics. And
That's
lacquer din.
the
Very
actual
nice.
bare plastic.
Okay, wait lang. I was
Medyo may
busy.
lag.
Yeah,
Yes.
babalikan tayo ni
The
Franz.
France. But yeah, to answer the question, yeah, it can remove primer up to the bare plastic. Yung parang original plastic of your figure.
Is this guy too dark? Is he like black already?
This is so relaxing.
Oh yeah, actually.
Diba? He's red na.
What if I just make my character like a shadow na
Hindi,
lang?
hindi
I'm
tinignan ni
done.
Willow.
Yeah,
I'm done, guys.
I actually had the same idea para sa shadow ano.
Parang you have to unlock this character pa. I'm like the ako yung nakalock na character pa. That's my D&D character for Wednesday. Okay. That's been a really fun GLive paint night.
Tinapos na.
So, Willow, so basically if you feel like you've gone too dark, that just means that you have already started your shading. So, yun na yung shadows mo. So, the only thing that the next best thing that you can do is to lighten up the paint para makuha mo yung mid-tones and highlights.
Okay, I put more yellow.
Pero just on a portion of the paint para meron ka pa rin reference sa original color mo.
Just maybe on the side para meron ka rin original color. Yeah.
How do I...
When painting, do you have a certain order of paints that you layer? Like, is it dark to light or light to dark as you layer your paints?
For me,
Wait, it's go. Sorry.
Sige, go.
the dark first can work actually, just like what Willow's doing. So parang automatically you have the shadows na, parang the dark areas. So all you need to do is just add the mid-tones and the lighter, the highlights of your figure, parang ganun. So it's kind of a shortcut to adding your shadows na. So medyo mabilis yung ganun.
Gusto ko na ng wet palette. Ay, sorry.
Ako din actually.
Carl might
Nagda-dry
have
na
a-
nga siya. Yeah. Did you just build your own wet palette or is it something that you can purchase it somewhere?
Yeah, I just built this. This is just a ceramic tray. Then I bought this PVA I think from Daiso. Yes, this is from Daiso. The yellow foam. It's under the cleaning materials. So I just cut it to the size of the palette. Then your baking paper. Put water, then your baking paper.
Yeah.
Tapos just
Same,
replace the paper as you afterwards.
If you're having trouble looking for paper, then there's actually a paper designed for wet palettes talaga that you can buy. It's called the Master Son. Stay wet. Let's spell this
Okay.
wet.
It's sta wet, but stay wet. Okay.
Yeah. So the Master Son palette paper. So if you're having a hard time looking for the perfect parchment paper or baking paper, so yun. One pack is around 300 yata. And it's marami na ring sheets. And a good thing about it is it's reusable. So even though it's paper, you can wash it as long as the paint is not that dry. So just that's just a suggestion. Pero yun nga, cheaper option always is still the baking or parchment paper.
I have a question. I'm sorry. I do have a lighter shade here. What do you mean by highlights? So do I just cover? What do I do?
A technique that I do there is, for example, diba, you have your spotlight or your light sa table, and notice how the light that touches the areas of your, and you can see those the lighter areas. So that's
Just
usually where you can
draw
put your
those.
that's a guide that I use.
Okay, we'll do
How about
that.
si Carlos? Baka meron technique si Carlos. Basta yun.
Ako, I have a question.
Oh, sorry, nawala sila pala. Sorry.
Hello.
There you go.
So I'm trying to
Sorry,
avoid
sorry.
the
What
certain
was
part.
that?
You know what? I think I wanna paint the
For
whole thing.
Carl,
again.
the question is, how do you pick up the highlights? Do you have a technique where to put in the highlights?
It's less of a technique and more of an observation. I mean, where is your light coming from? And just stick to that one direction.
That is, I'm not good at this.
No, I think what Carlos is saying is if let's say you have a scenario in mind, let's say your figure is under the moonlight or sunlight, so you have to imagine your light source, where it's coming from. Say your
Okay.
12 o'clock light.
Kinda.
Yeah, 12 o'clock light is the more common.
What is the 12 o'clock light? Light from the top?
Yes,
From the top,
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm gonna paint this over this because I want it lighter.
Texting it lang na question from the chat. People are asking if the reverse is able to also deal with varnish figures, yung may top coat, yung may sealer.
Oh.
Yes,
That's a good
as
question.
long as your top coat is either lacquer, acrylic, or urethane. So
Yes.
it can remove top coat, the paint, and the primer, all up to the bare plastic.
I have a question. And parang baka maybe related to that. Can you spot correct?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So using the stripper.
For this,
Go ahead, Carl.
Or general question. How can you spot
Well,
correct?
for if you're looking to correct a problem for painting, the most efficient way to deal with it is to just paint over it.
Paint over.
Okay.
Parang
So if
what
the
if it's like-
yeah, go.
Like, yeah. If it's like too dark, pero dapat it's like a light color.
Paint over.
Mhm.
Paint over.
So wait for it to
Yeah,
dry and then paint over it.
Yep.
Is that-
Definitely. Pero let's say, kasi this can happen. You've overcorrected too much yung isang area. Let's say you're painting the face. Tapos napansin mo, masyado na makatal yung paint mo, na cover na yung ma-detail. Right? So you
Yeah.
want to just start over that particular section.
Yes.
I would take a Q-tip or yung cotton bud.
Swab, yes.
Tapos, yun yung ipapapalit ko dyan on that section.
Cotton buds. Tapos you use the stripper.
Yes.
Yes.
To remove that area. That's what I do.
Pero worst case scenario na yun.
Wait lang.
Worst case.
That's it. That's if you notice that your paint is too thick na. Parang yun nga, yung overcorrected na. You put too many layers.
Like
I think
me,
we have that yata. Or sa feedback. Yeah.
Tapos, we've got a question here. With Arcus paint, how do you achieve varieties of human skin tones from porcelain to chestnut? I think you will have a paint line to deal with that specifically, right?
Sorry, was that?
Skin tone?
watch Teri paint para hindi kami.
Hindi,
wait.
ibalik mo yung willow cam.
Yes, it should be the
Willow
one.
cam tayo.
Kailangan
Wait lang.
natin inspire yung mga
It's
newbies.
so dark.
There's
Wait lang,
we shouldn't hide.
I see Franz with the
Franz is back. Yes.
fully,
Ayan.
that's
Oh, wow!
Natanggal na
That's the
talaga
guy
lahat.
from a while ago.
Yes.
He's
The
fully
rebirth.
stripped.
That's cool.
He's like Christina Aguilera na 1990s. Strip. Yes, may nakakuha ng joke ko. Love it.
Okay. So if I think I made mine black. He's so dark.
How can you
Sige,
paint
Should I-
mag-pick ka ng brown.
the armpits?
Should I remake a brown?
Go for it. Start with another, Willow. Red and yellow.
Red and yellow. Gotcha. Then
So
I
get an
wash-
orange.
Wait, I washed my paintbrush, right? Wash.
Oh, how do you wash the paintbrush? Just dip it in water until the color
Yes, disappears. But
is gone.
yeah, just be careful that you're not dipping it way to the bottom because your bristles are gonna get.
Oh,
Ah,
Great.
it's just you
So
want
what
to
I did is wrong.
like just touch it gently.
Yeah, just gently
Not-
because
not-
you wanna preserve the form of your bristles.
Willow, don't be shy with the color. Damihan mo siya.
Oh,
This is my
just-
dude right now.
nice.
Nice. And Bison.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
medyo
wait,
M.
wait. Let me-
Bison. So
let
I'm
me
gonna
put you
move with the
first.
boots, the gloves,
nga,
and the
M.
belt.
Bison.
Is this an orange?
Ay, Willow, sana sa
What?
question, do we have the neons in stock na?
Yes, we do. We do.
So there you go. Now going back, skin tones, Teri, you'll have a line for the skin tones, right? We'll have the set by November.
Yes, that's right. Let me show you the promo card or what the. Yeah, we have the vivid flesh and the pallid flesh sets here,
Orange,
or the
Jesus.
artworks. Yes, the vivid flesh for it's a 6-color set where you can produce the livelier color for the flesh and the pallid flesh set. So, commonly used for the mga undead figures, ganon, the vampires and stuff. So, yeah, the pallid flesh. So, 2 flesh sets coming out this November, and 2 sets for the NMM. We don't have the box art yet, but it's going to be silver, a set for silver and gold. But it's going to be the non-metallic metal finish. So colors that you need to come up with the NMM technique there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
have
for the
orange.
starter set, sorry. Willow, you have orange, add a little bit of blue.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Masyadong
Continue.
matapang yung blue. So, yeah, just put it on the side, tapos start adding it ng konti-konti.
Scoop with your brush and then just gradually
Yeah.
Cook
add
with the brush.
and mix. Medyo matapang yung blue, no? So that's why you have to gradually add it so you can
We'll mix it all.
gauge.
Tapos if it's too dark, add Lancaster yellow ulit.
Yes.
Pero for the starter set, you have enough to start a variety of flesh colors na eh. Kasi you got your brown, you got a brown, you got your
Yes.
Lancaster yellow. Tapos add, you can add your red, your greens, or your blues
Blues,
to get
yep.
different hues.
Exactly.
You know, tiwala lang. Makukuha ko din doon. You know, just make it like really light.
Your brown's looking
Again,
good.
hard mode ka kasi.
Okay.
Lighter. More yellow. Lancaster yellow. I told you guys it's gonna
has
be.
a question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
John Irvin Sabal has a question of smallest brush that you can use for eyes and stuff. Tapos, there was an answer from Michael Lim of size 000.
Yes.
Ito na to. This is opinion for me, but kasi a lot of people sometimes obsess over brush sizes and they buy the smallest brush they could find when they're painting miniatures kasi small equals mini. No. um, I would suggest that you actually just get a better brush. Kasi you can
Kasi
paint eyes
you can,
with a size 2.
Yes.
Yeah, kasi
as long as you preserve the tip, right?
exactly, doing correct. Kasi the biggest difference between a cheap brush and an expensive brush is an expensive brush will keep the tip longer and it will carry paint without it drying. So when you paint small details like eyes or if you're using edges or highlights or small details, if your brush is very good, you can do all of that with just one brush. And if you want to get a little bit finer, you can go a size smaller. Pero if you're starting to use brush sizes like 000, especially for water-based paints, I wouldn't recommend it. Kasi what normally happens, especially in our weather, is you use a size 0, you load up the paint. By the time that your paint reaches the figure,
figure.
na siya.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's a very good
I
tip.
won't. I won't obsess too much about brush size. But if you are finding it hard to get details, dun ka mag-i-invest ng brush.
Brush.
And yeah, brushes are they're a black hole of obsession.
Just like board
It's
games.
kind of like a samurai sword for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Where you're looking for the best type of brush.
Your weapon of choice.
Yeah, your weapon. Kasi sometimes it's not an exaggeration when you say it's kind of like going from driving an owner type Jeep versus a BMW in terms of performance. Pero that's only if you're willing to invest in that.
Invest. Yes, that's right.
Kasi meron din naman there's a champion painter, he's won global awards, pero synthetics gamit niya. Pero marami siya bumili ng synthetics. Pag
Yun.
nagde-bend yung synthetics niya, tatapon niya na lang. Sinabi yan, Teri.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Di ba siya na yun?
Not familiar. Is that the one?
I forget.
Is that the one who paints the patterns, the intricate patterns? I'm not sure.
I think so. I forgot the name of the painter, pero there was that guy. So it's really just it's 90% the painter, then the 10% is the gear.
The tools, yeah.
Yeah.
Brown update. It's looking brown.
Yeah.
Browner.
Yay. Yes.
You can actually leave the areas, the darker areas, unpainted, especially the ones under yung not where the
Just
light's
cut.
not touching, para meron ka ng shadows. You can leave those areas. It's looking nice.
Okay, this is gonna dry up. Need this to dry. Now I'm gonna imagine your skin color, my man.
Oh yeah. If you want your paints to dry faster, get a hair dryer.
Yes.
I don't have a hair dryer. Sabi ni Michael Lim, funny yellow is better for lightening colors than white. Is it though? Is it really?
Lancaster yellow is.
Lancaster yellow
Yung-
is a nice color kasi it lalo na for me like making it brown kasi
May warmth kasi yung yellow eh.
yeah, I think. But yeah. I'm
It's not really yellow. It's more of a white yellow than.
I have this reference. I think we're gonna go with like a skin color of magenta blue mixture. Something like this. A
Yeah.
violet.
So
Looks nice.
Yep.
And then I'll just make his eyes red like him. Para madali lang.
for your color mix, maybe the ratio that you can start is like 2:1. Like your magenta is more than your blue. Kasi diba your blue, as you can see, it's really dark.
Yeah.
So start with that ratio and then just adjust um, to the purple that you want.
What should I do first? Like other details or his face right now?
It's
I go for the skin na, so you can
yeah.
correct.
Skin. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You can try with the is his arm ano ba exposed or the hand?
No, it's not. Just his hands,
The hand. You can test your skin too. Maybe there.
not the face.
It's up to you.
Game tiwala, guys. We got this.
We got this.
We got this. I hope you're enjoying paint night.
Yeah, just keep your questions coming. You can also give helpful tips to us, Willow and Duane, because
Yes.
Yeah, we have another
there
paint
might be a
master
lot
on the
of
chat.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
We have another paint master on the chat, June Tan.
Oh
Welcome.
yes. Hello, June.
We are in the presence
Sensei.
of
Sensei June.
masters.
Nag plus 10 yung paint mastery ko. Kasi may AOE presence.
We have the guidance. We are in the presence.
Yeah. And on the other camera is Franz stripping. What is he stripping now?
let's see.
It's a Bael. Is that a Bael? Gundam Bael.
Okay, there we go.
Hold up. Let's there. And then this one. Okay.
So he's rubbing off the. Is that lacquer? Did you use lacquer for that, Franz? Yeah, okay, lacquer daw. Sign language muna tayo. Sige.
For those who don't know, lacquer cat is basically a stronger, non-water-based type of paint. So parang solvent talagang gamit.
Yes, solvent-based.
So if the revert eats through lacquer, chances are it eats through most paint.
Yes, that's right.
Gulat ako sa speed. Kasi pine sol gaya ko eh. Saka Guerrero.
Okay.
Pine sol and ano yan? Simple
LA,
green ang neutral.
And LA totally awesome. LA is totally awesome.
Yeah.
Simple green din yata siya.
So yun yung pinang-strip ko dati. But with this, and the speed that it works, it's impressive.
Yes. And what I like most about the reversed paint stripper is it's not smelly. It doesn't have the fumes compared to when you're using yung simple green or yung ano. And it doesn't sting actually sa fingers. Diba when you use yung mga IPA, yung alcohol and ano, especially if you get the thinner dun sa in between your fingers, medyo mahapdi, diba? The thin part of your skin. Pero yun, siya hindi. So that's what I love about it. It's very efficient with the paint pero ano siya for the skin.
That's cool. Pero you still suggest wearing gloves?
Of course, especially if you're dipping it like what Franz is doing kasi I use tweezers and the brush. Yung mga brush with the harder bristles to remove the paint. But I think what Franz is doing is she's just rubbing it off. But yeah, it's still better to wear gloves because you're still dealing with a chemical. So, especially if you have allergies or ganun, just to be sure.
If you have sensitive skin.
Yes, sensitive skin. Yes.
I made this color.
You might want to go, it's pretty dark. You might want to add a little bit of Lancaster yellow to bring it up.
Okay, Lancaster yellow for the win.
Yeah.
So the reason why you're using Lancaster yellow din is you don't have the white din sa
It's not it.
the set that you got. So but either you can use white or Lancaster yellow. So that's the lightest one that you have on your set.
There you go.
There. So
Okay.
at least now you're getting the feel of, adjusting the color, knowing what to mix, diba?
Yeah. Do I do the face? If I make a mistake, like put it sa hood niya.
Just you still have the brown, diba? You can paint over the brown, or you have another brush,
A
diba?
smaller
You can
one.
just yeah, you can also use that if you want, or if you have a clean brush, you can just wipe it off with the clean brush in case lumampas.
Okay. Okay. Let's just trust.
Yes, you can do it.
Paint your face. I paint your face. Don't move.
Nice.
Okay.
Nabubuhay na siya.
Yes.
Actually, that's one of the joys of painting for me. Is kind of seeing the figure come to life. Kahit napakasimple ng colors.
You have no more mouse. No. Eh. Let's just say you're wearing a mask kasi may protocols pa.
Keep the questions coming, folks. If you have other questions, well, we have Duane, kamusta? What's the progress?
Oh, this is my guy na he has boots and a belt already.
Nice.
And pero it's looking a little bit flat. Now I think
Okay.
how do
It's
I make
flat.
it not how do I make it not look flat?
Willow's
Parang-
fan
Yung red?
Yeah, the red. Parang yeah, I
Okay.
have one color of red. So is this the point where I do highlights and shadows?
Pwede. Okay, here's a trick. What other colors do you have?
Oh, what's on your set?
I have a
What's on
brown, a lovely little brown. I have
burnt?
white. I have
Okay.
this lovely orange
Medium yellow.
and a lovely purple. So
Okay, do this. Mag-1:1 ka ng brown and purple.
brown and purple.
Yeah.
You are Barney, the rogue.
I love you.
You have no choice. This is the
You
color.
love me. Okay,
It's
I have a
chosen
brown
for
and a
you.
purple.
Okay, so you load your brush with a lot of water.
Water. Loading with water.
Tapos mixing with your until you have a very, very runny paint.
Runny. Ooh. Ooh. More water? I guess more water.
Yeah.
Very runny.
So parang medyo translucent. You're going for something a little bit translucent for your paint. So medyo see-through siya. What you're doing is creating a wash.
Wash.
A very rudimentary wash.
What? Willow, I think I've unlocked a new
You have a
a new
skill
level.
Yes. Higher level technique.
Okay. So pag meron ka ng translucent na paint, you're going to load your brush with
How
that.
translucent? Like,
Just a little bit,
in
parang
my
until you can
palette.
see a little bit of the palette, yeah.
okay.
So parang malabnaw.
Sige. I think I need more water.
At this point, tiwala lang.
And it's a process, Willow. So the more you learn, the more you're going to be able to apply. So the more comfortable you get with the brush.
And I think my brush is not the best.
Yeah.
Okay lang yan, Willow. At least we started. I think that's the most difficult part. Okay.
Okay.
And then I
Actually-
have a wash.
Okay. So you have a wash. You take your parang you dip your paintbrush into it, wipe off the
Okay.
excess paint. Tapos yung mga
Okay.
creases ng clone, you start painting, let the paint run into the creases of the cloth.
Hmm. Okay, sige. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That's fine. This is fine.
Ah.
Sabi ni Mix Castro, just tuned in. What brand of paints are you using? We're using Arcus paints. You can buy them from Gaming Library, Lazada, and Shopee, and also GamingLive.com. These are really nice paints, actually. They're easier to handle than like most paints that I've used, which is not a lot. But yeah. Sabi niya rin, I've been wanting to
Still.
take up hand painting for so long. You should try it. It's kind of fun. Look. I he looks kind of real now. He looks like a
Yeah.
person with purple skin, but yeah, cool. Jerry Yang also said it's more relaxing looking at other people painting than painting yourself. is that okay? This should be fine.
Ay, ang galing. It's just clinging through the dark areas kasi
Yes,
yung
the recessed
water.
areas.
Sugoi.
So guys,
So that's how you. That's one way of making shadows.
to make it like really wet, ganon.
Pero I have to make it really wet.
So a translucent mix. So you can still see your base color. You just let the paint pigments go to the recessed areas for your instant shadows.
Smile. There's your smile. Sorry, tinatry ko ma... Oh, I'm not showing it pala. I'm sorry. Yes, he has a face again. I think I put too much paint kanina. And I think Franz is back. Sorry, natanggal ko to. Balik up. There you go. Another one of those paint strippers. Oh, what is that? Did you paint
Age of Sigmar,
Age of Sigmar,
That's so nice.
a liberator.
but you will remove the paint. Parang naaaliw sa friend sa pag-strip.
Binura na niya
Parang-
lahat.
Parang it's a total reset eh.
Yeah.
Tapos you can parang refresh.
Yeah. So Franz is using a brush now to
Teka lang. So Franz is still using the same amount of stripper that he started with?
exactly the same pool, diba, Franz?
Wow, so yung mileage ng stripper.
Another thing about it is you'll notice that the paint will form like nagiging parang powdery siya, and then it's just gonna settle
True.
at the bottom of your solution. So if you let it sit nga on a bottle, you can reuse it as much as you want. Kasi yun nga, yung paint, it breaks it down into like basta it gets broken down, and yun, you can use the solution at the top, or yeah.
Teri, question lang for disposal
Yes.
nung let's say it's no longer effective. Yung effectivity niya has parang napaso na siya. What's the disposal recommendation? Down the drain lang, okay lang yun.
Down the drain, or what I do is kasi I dilute it with, or just put water na lang, parang ganun. So parang before I muna, parang mix it with water na muna para hindi siya masyadong yung buong parang pure chemical tinatapon mo, ganun. So
Okay, so diluted water.
or what I do then is I just let it dry.
Yeah.
Leave it lang, then you're gonna be left with just yung powder na madali lang siya hugasan. So yun. If you don't like throwing chemicals for environmental purposes. Where's Willow? Where's the Willow cam?
Wait, hold on. I made the gray. And I'm pretty proud that I made a nice gray.
Nice.
At pala hindi ko na lang pinint yung part na yun. Hindi, joke lang. Uh, I don't know why I made a gray. Just wanted to make a gray. Maybe boots.
Yung feather, dude. Yung feather
The likod, yeah, that is true.
Arrows.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the chat while we have the focused on their painting?
Sorry, yeah.
Parang you're in the zone eh.
Question: would it be advisable to put a foam at the bottom of the paint stripper like what you would do when oil painting?
Foam.
From John Dominic Hernandez.
Was that foam?
Foam, yes. Parang foam under the container while you're stripping.
Ako, I have not done that for stripping figures, pero I do that for cleaning paintbrushes. I have a tub with the foam, and that's where I wipe my paintbrushes. So I guess that's gonna work also for. I'm guessing that's gonna work for the figures. That's a surface where you can just rub your figures off. I guess that's it. But if the concern is if it's safe for the foam, yes, it is actually.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Kasi may mga paint strippers that would eat through certain containers.
No, ito, it's safe for plastic din. May mga plastic containers.
Good to know, good to know. So, hindi siya picky sa container.
Hindi siya picky sa container. It's not that
Kasi
strong.
I had a brush cleaner one, yung Winsor & Newton na brush cleaner. I transferred it to a smaller bottle. It ate through the bottle.
Yikes.
And it ate through my drafting desk.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, yun. That's why I'm a bit wary about strong strippers. But this one seems to be very
Si Franz yata is using a plastic tub.
Nakita ko. Tupperware.
Oo, yun.
In the zone sila Duane. Duane, how's your wash going?
It's washing.
It's washing well. It's washing well.
I'm gonna add details later to this, but it's pretty nice. If you squint, it looks nice.
A lot of things looks nice if you squint.
Roland Policarpio says, Arcus needs. Yes, we are using Arcus needs. Juntan is asking, is the paint stripper safe for resin, Teri?
Sorry? Yes, it is. Resin, plastic, whatever. But yeah, I used it for 3D printed figures.
Nice.
Vinyl, okay lang din?
Sorry? Yes, vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yep.
Okay. So, there are a lot of materials that are used for minis. So, there's the plastic, yung ABS plastic that they use for Gundam. Resin is the more fragile for higher end artist level figurines and busts. Yun yung medyo fragile. So some strippers can destroy resin. So it's good to know that revert, Arcus revert is good for resin as well.
Yes, safe for resin.
And for vinyl. So if you're also working with, let's say, yung mga art toys, like vinyl pop, stuff like that.
Funko Pop, yeah.
Yeah, Funko Pops. If you want to customize your own Funko Pop, you probably you could use revert to get started as well.
Look, Mama and Papa.
It's progressing, my friend.
Yes.
Look.
You might want to do a wash on the brown areas then, dude.
I shall. Yeah, I will. But I wanna get like the base colors of everything, I guess. And then can I do like just a black wash?
Pwede.
Is that a thing?
Definitely.
And then just go through everything so it
Pero
Yes.
be careful. Kailangan medyo talagang watered
Dapat
down.
super
Very
watery
watered
yan.
down. Okay.
Oo,
Maybe a
kasi
gray one.
medyo strong
Ay,
si
wag
black.
gray. Wag gray.
No gray? Okay.
No gray. Go for black.
Black.
A gray watch is weird.
Oh, it's
Okay.
just gonna appear white.
Old.
Powder.
We
Or you can
color
do
your
purple ulit.
pouch a very light brown, maybe yellowish, an orange na lang. Thank you so much.
Alright. Thanks for the questions, chat. Please keep them coming.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Also, watch us paint.
How many people do we have on chat right now? I can't see.
We have around 15 to 20 people watching.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Willow said that he's going to he's actually going to finish his finger.
I'm gonna try to my best to finish this. So, para hindi kayo mabitin, diba? I think like si Gino, Sam are still here waiting for the final product. So, tiwala lang. Don't worry.
While we have some of the other folks, the latecomers, let's just reiterate that we're on GCash, right?
Oh, yeah. You can check out GLive on your GCash app. We have a promo starting tomorrow. It's our launch for GCash. Pwede nyo makita doon lahat ng hindi pala lahat. Our promos. Sorry, it's so hard to talk while mixing paint. You can find there promos natin for starting tomorrow until 29, up to 50% off on your gamer games. And if you want your K-pop or your NBA cards or Pokemon cards, if mahilig kayo dun, you'll find Sultan Sleeve being really nice. So yun, naka 10% off din yun, I think, starting tomorrow. Jake, welcome to the stream. Sabi niya, this live is very relaxing. I hope you're enjoying your stay. I am enjoying making paint.
I am enjoying this so much.
What more?
So,
Yeah.
tahimik si Duane.
Oo nga eh.
Tahimik lang. Hindi, diba, supposedly we're gonna talk about things, pero ako, okay, noted.
You-
What is the hardest part usually in a mini to paint? I guess the face, kasi people
The
obsess
eyes.
over that.
The eyes.
How do you tackle that?
Si
How
Carl.
do you?
You can start muna, Carl, with the... How do you...
As
what's your
ano?
technique for the eyes daw?
For a beginner, I would go with, for example, not a lot of minis have very defined eyes. So I would go with a wash, just to bring out the details. And sometimes a wash is enough, especially if you're just, kasi there's a thing in mini painting called the 3-foot rule. It's not really
What
a
is
rule,
that?
but it's but basically the idea here is if the mini looks good from 3 feet away, because usually you're 3 feet away from the table anyway. If it looks good and you know what it is from 3 feet away, that means that you're at a tabletop standard. So that means you're good. You're fine. You're parang the only, if you want to go beyond the tabletop standard, that's artistry na. So if you're just looking to paint for fun, if you're just looking to paint so that your minis don't look boring on the table, you have the 3-foot rule. So if you have the 3-foot rule and the faces are as defined, that's fine. Kasi, again, you're not really going to see the face unless you really put the mini up to your face. So a wash is good.
Parang at least you're giving yourself like, kasi, I mean, this is definitely art, and you don't finish art, you just stop, diba? Parang you can work on it forever and ever, pero you want to give yourself some leeway na para, okay, I will stop here so that I can move on to other minis, lalo na kung may backlog ka ng minis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like self-care for painters.
Yeah, I like what you said. I am art. So
This is art, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gigil daw ako mag-mix ng paint, sabi ni Clint.
wild mag-mix ng paint.
Tiwala lang. I'm doing
Pero
some stuff.
if you're going beyond and you really want to paint the face and the eyes, yan, artistry na yan. This is where you start taking a look at folks like Teri, like Franz, like June Tan, who's on the chat right now. Ito yung mga halimaw. Yung pati reflections ng pupils meron.
Wow.
Reflections ng pupils on a mini.
Yes.
Yeah. Tapos
Yes.
ano yun, tao
Just
din
the
yun
light lang.
nakikita niya.
May details talaga.
Depending on the scale.
May mga ka-level na
halimaw
parang
sa paint.
painting on a grain of rice.
Yeah. So that's where you need a good brush. That's where you really need a good brush.
That's
I see the importance of a nice brush right now. But look, he's kind of alive. I don't know if you guys see.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uy,
like those things.
nice.
If you're
Oh my
wondering why Robin Hood
progress.
is purple, I'm making him a tiefling's rogue for my D&D session next week. Let's see yours, Duane.
This is my guy.
Wow.
He's inspired by M. Bison. See, his face is super white. And I'm leaving. I mean, wala pa namang metal, pero I'm thinking the buckle would be like a yellow or an orange. Tas the gun definitely would be a metal. Parang I'm thinking kung lumabas na yung non-metal metal, I can update the
Yeah.
the miniature.
But you can do that or the silver effect by using gray, playing around different shades of gray,
And white.
Maybe
as your lightest, brightest area.
around 50 shades.
Yeah.
A setup yun eh.
Terry said, John says Ant-Man is looking good. Is Robin
Actually-
Hood not looking good? John Irvin?
Actually, you know
Wala.
what? I am trying to look for a reference for this Marvel United figure, because I wanted the armor accurate sana. As I can see from the references, parang this part should be red, but this one looks different. So kaya ako matagal kasi I'm looking for an accurate, kumbaga, reference. Kaya ayan, ang tagal ko.
The
Matagal talaga
Kickstarter has a ton of art, di ba?
Yeah. You can check there.
The
yeah.
Kickstarter page.
Let me check na. Kaya yan, I'm looking for images. Sabi ko parang iba yung details ng armor niya. So I don't know which one is red, which one is the silver. Kickstarter. Let's check.
And then I like that Franz or SES is just removing all the
Stripping,
paint from
yes.
everything. Nice.
Once you start stripping, you can't stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So,
Become a perfectionist.
pati yan, Franz?
No!
No, not that one.
What is that?
Stop it. You're addicted. Stop it.
What do you do sa base? Do you still paint it?
A lot, actually. If you want to display it, we put grass, stones. Depends on the scenario of your
Yeah.
of your.
That's,
It adds.
that's a whole nother art form of the
Yes.
meme experience.
Yung
It adds more story to your
Ah.
figure. Yes.
Kaya may collection ako ng sand. I actually have a sand collection. I think
Yun
si
ba yung
Willow
may
nahingan ko na ng sand
flock?
before.
Yeah, you
yung
asked
mga
me.
First time.
Different no. I have those then mga different sizes ng sand, pebble sand,
Yeah.
and I
Different
also
textures,
use.
different ano.
I also use yung ground coffee, yung galing sa
Correct.
filter.
Coffee.
Nice
Ground coffee.
to recycle.
Yung tea.
Mm-mm. The
That
tea
would
At least
smell
some
leaves.
amazing.
Yeah.
to add texture to stuff.
I'm just gonna keep adding details, I think, and then wash over it later.
Nice.
I
Nah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna put kalawa. Guys, we're gonna put a little bit of Lancaster yellow on the arrow. What do they call that? The opposite of the arrowhead.
Bow.
No, no.
Yung
Quiver.
flexing,
The feathers. Yeah.
flexing good.
The quill.
Ah, there.
Ah, the
Quill.
quill. There you go.
Just like the
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 flex,
pen. The pen.
the
Yeah,
flexing.
Quill.
quill. Yeah, I think so I'm gonna try to finish the miniature. I know it's gonna take a while, but if you just wanna hang out, uh stay here, enjoy GLive Paint Night with me. But I think a couple of people are going. I think you're heading out, Carlos.
Yes, I'm heading out. I
Okay.
mean, I would love to stay and watch Willow go through this entire process.
Don't worry, I'll show
I
it
feel
to
like
you.
a proud father.
I mean, Carl has been asking me if I want to paint like before, but when he started working with us, and I'm always so scared to say yes.
All
So
you
yun na.
need is a
Yeah.
friend.
There you go.
To
Thank you,
Uh,
Rain.
And once you
to
get
push
started,
you.
you'll notice Willow got a lot braver when he started. He's now
Mm,
taking color choices on his own. He's no longer being coached on
exactly.
what. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So,
it's an exercise of bringing your creativity out. So if anybody's looking to start getting paint, to start painting their miniatures or board game miniatures, again, Arcus has a great paint set out. Yung starter set, the sample set or the starter set. Either way, good bang for the buck, good selection, great selection of colors because all of the important colors are there to get you painting almost in all situations as long as you're comfortable mixing paints. But Arcus will also have specialized lines of paints for non-metallic metals, flesh colors, all coming out soon, all coming on to the GL stores, whether it's on our webpage, on Shopee, and Lazada. So keep
nice.
an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Impressed talaga ako dun sa revert. So if you make a mistake, you got your revert for stripping. So
Mhm.
nothing is lost, nothing is destroyed. You still have your minis. You still have a way to start again. So don't be afraid. There's always a way to correct mistakes. So thanks for having me, guys. I'm headed out. You guys
All
have a
right. Thank
great
you,
night.
Carlos, for teaching and
Bye.
or hanging out
Thank
with us.
you.
Welcome. Bye bye.
Thanks, Carlos.
I need pictures for this. I
I
need
will
pictures.
Yes.
I will post this on GLive Game Night for the people wondering.
Ah,
The
bye
finished
guys. Bye
product.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Salamat.
Okay. We do have a question though. Sabi ni John, sabi niya, Miss Teri, have you painted Ghost Spider Mini? How do you paint the underside of her hoodie?
Ghost Spider Mini. Actually, no, I have not. Let me check. I'm checking the image right now. Spider, is it? Ghost Spider?
Ghost Spider Mini. I wanna put red on the arrowheads.
Uh, is that the female, female Spider-Man? Is that it? Tama ba?
Maybe. Is this from Marvel United then, John?
Ah,
I'm not sure if you're referencing that.
the white, um, the
Gwen Spidey is that
mm,
her? I'm not sure if yun yung ina ni John Irvin.
let's see if that's in Marvel United. Then I want to see the details. Marvel United.
Spider Gwen. Yeah,
Tama
Spider
siya.
Gwen. Yeah, Marvel United Spider
There.
Gwen.
Okay. So it's since mostly it's white. What I do with white is so that you can add shadows. I like using light blue, really light blue for the shadows of white. So for putting shadows, you can either use light blue or light gray. Yun. Yeah, it's mostly white, ano, and For the tights and the lower half of the armor, it's black, no. My technique naman for the black is do not use black right away. Start with dark gray, ganun. So from the Arcus set, you can just use your black, mix it with white so that you have just a darker gray. Why not black? Kasi the reason why I prefer using dark gray is you still have the space or the the, the space to paint either the darkest part black and the lightest part as a lighter gray. So yeah, that's my ano lang, that's my technique for painting blacks. So don't use black right away. Dark gray. There.
Parang you want to give yourself some wiggle room, no? Kasi if you paint black,
Exactly yun.
parang
That's it.
max ka na. Pero if you
Madilim na
paint dark
lahat.
gray, you can still go darker.
Darker, exactly yun. So you have
Or you can
shadows
go
pa.
lighter. Yeah, true.
Exactly yun. So, and this is a nice base, ano? The si Ghost Spider from Marvel United. It has a nice base, a concrete, parang a brick wall base. Oh, this
Actually
one is
magaganda yung mga minis ng
oo
Marvel
nga eh.
United talaga. Like their action poses are really nice.
Yeah.
Kaya actually, to be honest, even I wanted to get the whole thing just for that. Just for the
Same.
minis. Yeah.
Same.
Look, guys, I made the sorry, wala lang. I added a little bit of blue to the gray a while ago. Kasi pag silver pala, 'di ba may onting blue? I don't know.
Yes. Yes, so
I
that's
have
actually correct.
sige, go. Sorry. I have another question. What like for example, right now I don't have the gold and the silver to use for the gun and the buckles and the epi. The
Mhm.
what can what can I use as a stand-in
Mhm.
before,
Uh,
like, if ever I'm gonna get it naman later?
well, there are two ways that you can do. There are two things that you can do to paint silver and gold. So one
Yes.
is either you really use like metallic paints, so like literally silver and gold. But if what you have are acrylic paints or the matte ones, the non-metallic ones, that's where we um, try to copy the effect of silver or any shiny surface. So, just like what I'm doing with Ant Man. I'm trying
Ooh.
Ant Man's armor is shiny metallic, right? I think
Yes.
the darker silver, gunmetal something. So yeah. So what you can do is you start off with a mid tone. So I started with a gray, a little bit of a darker gray. Then you can start adding your black or the dark ones for the shadow parts, like this one in the face.
Willow, favor,
What up?
can
Sorry,
you
sorry, sorry. I'm
switch
sorry.
the
Sorry.
yan so
There
that
you go. There.
people can see rin yung ah so parang you're parang you're contouring uh a metallic finish.
Yeah, it's like copying the shadows and the highlights of a metallic surface. So as you can see, I have the parang darker areas here. It's like imagining that something is reflecting in front of Ant-Man, like that. So sorry, medyo medyo magulo siya. Ayan. Ayan. And dito, I have this area. Oh, let me- the top area is what I'm imagining as the highlight or where the light is hitting. So, and
Yun
also
yung
I have this
reflected.
middle I have the middle color na gray. So what I do is ano eh, parang I just blend and blend. Then yun nga, the topmost part where the light is being reflected, you can that's where you can add your white, or but let's say it's just your darker a gunmetal, or sorry, darker metal color, you can just add a lighter gray, so something like that. And yun, mostly it's highlights, putting highlights like that to. So for example, this part, ito, I already have the light gray. So if you start adding white, so it's like um so this is just a basic ano lang, it's kumbaga parang
Yeah.
the basic
Parang it mimics
style lang.
the shine, the reflection of the
Mm.
metal.
Siguro a tip here is
Okay.
don't, siguro first to start, don't use white muna ng madami. Kasi parang that's my mistake before. I use white na agad. So it's better if you parang use ano muna, gray muna, and just ano, add your white na lang dun sa shiniest part where the light is really reflecting. As you can see, nadamihan ko yung white kanina. So, but you can just cover it with ano. Kind of like this one. I'll show what I did for Captain America's shield.
Ay, that's beautiful. As in, it 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 mimics the reflection, no? Parang
Mm-mm.
the highlights, it makes it more
The shadow.
circular looking. Tas
It
parang,
so it gives you that illusion that it's made of metal, but you just used matte paints. You didn't use any metallic paint. So um, you have to make sure that yun nga, your basic colors, or the colors, the base colors have different shades. Darker one, the darker shade, and the lighter one, and then the white for the areas where the light is hitting. So for the gun that you're painting, I suggest yun nga, paint it with the base gray muna.
okay.
What color is your primer, by the way? Was that ano?
Gray. Actually, gray
Gray
na
na
siya.
siya. Ayun. You can start with that. Then um you can mix a gray that's a little bit lighter than your primer, your base color. Then you can just paint the edges. Just like here, dito sa coin, parang use the side of your brush to
I,
paint the edges lang,
I've heard
the
something about
details.
dry brushing. What is it?
Mhm.
Is
Uh,
that it?
uh, Sort of. Well, dry brushing is literally like rubbing the paint on the edges of your figure. Yeah, kind of like this then yan. It adds texture and it highlights your details, your surfaces. Kind of like this one. So for dry brushing, mas madali kasi siya for the details to show up. So kasi literally you're just rubbing your paint to the
Mhm.
surfaces. It's a
So
shortcut.
parang,
Yeah, you
so
can do
a
that.
while
You can try that.
ago, we're talking about yung shadows with the wash. And so dry
Mhm.
brushing would be like the highlight.
Yes, adding the highlights then.
Ooh.
And the coin, as you can see, the details of the coin. If I just brush
Napipick up
over,
siya.
the details are starting to be evident. They're
Is there a
visible.
specific, sorry, go. Is
Yeah,
there a
go ahead.
specific brush that you use for dry brushing?
Um, Synthetic ones are actually nicer. Kasi since they're just cheaper and you don't mind na it gets the bristles get frayed or ano, like this one, no, parang yan. So kahit when you're dry brushing kasi hindi mo maiwasan na madiin na
Yeah.
minsan. So okay lang yung mga synthetic cheap brushes actually to
Kasi
just
you're literally parang
just rubbing.
rubbing.
Oo, yan. Like this one. Yan. And this brush is dry. I didn't dip sa paint. So yan ang effect niya for dry brushing. Uh, yeah, it's very nice for intricate details din eh. Kasi mas madali siya. Edges lang. Yan. There.
People are saying na that shield really looks nice.
Thank you.
It is.
Sabi niya, I thought Mystery was using metallic paint on Ant-Man's armor the entire time. That's from
I-
John Irvin. And then yung
Thank
shield is
you.
so nice from Jerry. Yeah. There you go.
Thanks.
Also, Jake says, I remember watching one vid where they're using super dark blue over blacks to make it pop also. For
Mhm.
as highlight or shadow, not sure.
Yeah. That works too. Sometimes it depends on the light being reflected on your surface. For example, if your figure is wearing black, shiny black leather, and the light is, for example, bluish, or let's say you have a Darth Vader figure, um, and let's say there's blue light, so you can also use blue to put shadows and highlights and play with it with white and stuff like that. So yeah, it also helps if you have this idea, this vision of your scenario where the light is coming from, if you want it,
Yeah.
to be accurate. Pero just like what Carl has said, if you're just painting it for tabletop standards, TTS, it's okay that you just paint it with the colors, with the natural colors of your figure, not minding the highlights and the object source lighting that much. We only do that lang naman if it's like for display, for a contest, ganon. But yun,
Mm.
yeah.
So mine is tabletop standards. Yung mga 6 feet away.
I think 3 feet yung sabi. Mas
No,
malayo
no,
kay
mine is,
Willo.
mine is
Nilayuan
different.
yun,
Mine is
konti.
different, yeah. Although, I'm actually trying, I have a feeling that I'm improving.
You are.
Yes, you are.
So, this is
I think
fun.
ganun naman yun eh. Parang as long as you apply yourself, you will improve.
Just give
From
yourself a chance.
from being scared of even just pouring the paint, 'di ba? You're mixing your colors na. Ayan.
You know,
So the
to just,
coin there, I've added a little bit of white na parang to make it parang shortcut NMM. Pero yeah, just to give you the idea, if you don't have metallic paints, so yun, that's what you can do with your with the parts that are supposed to be silver. For gold, I believe you wanted your buckle to be gold or brass, Duane.
Yeah, so I'm applying the same technique that you said, pero I'm using yellows and whites.
Golden, yes,
Yeah.
golden yellow and brown also. You can mix your burnt sienna with your golden yellow to have that darker
Yeah, so parang darker
darker
yellow,
shade.
then lighter yellow so that I have the
Midtones, the highlights.
and shadows. Okay. Ha.
Just shortcut lang yan. Sorry, it looks so. So this is parang sketching pa lang naman, and I will be doing the blending pa later on. So sketching meaning parang you're just identifying the shadows, the highlights, and yun nga, you blend it pa para mas ano yung gradient and transition of color. Yeah. So it looks ano pa.
we have a question. Lion Ogre is asking, hi everyone. My question to Auntie Teri. What is your favorite color paint?
My favorite color or paint or color lang.
He said color paint. I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe when you paint, like
he's not my pamangkin, by the way, just to clarify that. He's like calling me tita for some reason. um, my favorite color, siguro from the set na lang, from the Arcus set. I like the Lancaster. Ay, sorry. the scarlet red. The scarlet red and the magenta. They're
Nice.
from the set. The scarlet red has that really rich red na even with one coat, it's vibrant. In real life,
In
my
real
favorite
life.
my favorite color, I don't know, madami eh. Depends on my mood. Purple, ganun. Mostly purple, but my clothes are mostly black.
Me too.
Diba?
I just wanna say it's
Ooh,
looking a lot better now. Wait, how do I show it to you? There. Look.
your arrow. And your bow has color too.
Yeah.
How about the shoes? What are you gonna
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
boots?
maybe dark like a really I kind of want him to like have red stuff eh. So I'm gonna put like red on the arrowhead. So parang kunyari ginamit niya ulit yung arrow niya.
May
And
blood
then
na.
yeah, and then some maybe darker boots tapos red splatters. And also dun sa arrow tips. I just don't know how yet, but
Nice. Are you gonna
uh,
make his eyes red too? I think
yes, I will.
that's nice.
I mean, I just want to show
For
this is like
the
my parang reference
the
ish.
inspiration.
It's like a mixture of this dude and where's the other dude? This guy. So I'll just add some reds and do the wash. Something like that.
Mhm.
But
For the boots, what you can do is like a darker, parang leather. So with your mix, maybe you can increase the red a bit, parang ganun. So parang reddish
okay,
leather siya, diba?
nice. I still do have like the color of my bow and the like pouch sa likod. So
Mhm.
if I add
Yeah,
like
you can.
red there, tama ba?
Uh, you mean the base color that you use, then a little
For
bit of
this,
red?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can do
And
that
then
too.
maybe just darken it with later.
Mhm.
I think people wanna watch Mystery, so I'm gonna put
How about Franz muna?
sige, si Franz, si Franz. There. Ayaw mo feature sa ayaw mo. Let me finish
So
this.
Franz is that what is Franz stripping this time? Madami mo na na-strip.
Oh, nga.
What's that? Is that the Gundam pa ba? Is that the Gundam?
Parang masyado.
Ay, hindi. Yung the Liberator. The Dwarf. Ayun. So he's showing that he also stripped the dwarf.
Dami na.
But using the same pa rin. Using the same tub. So
That's a
marami
lot.
siya.
I think that yun yung naging curious yung mga tao kanina. They were asking how many times can I reuse like that tub, and I mean nakailang minis na.
It's
na.
really up to you. Kasi yun nga, kung for you okay pa siya ng kahit may mga paint na nakahalo. It works pa rin naman eh. It works pa rin naman. So it's up to you. Actually, you can reuse it a lot of times. Ako, I use it as long as it's as long as it's still there. Hanggat di pa siya
Nakakatanggal pa.
tuyo. Oo, hanggat
That's
di pa
true.
siya tuyo. Oh, no. Don't
think I
even think about stripping that. No.
I think I put a little bit too much red.
No.
She's looking
Fran-
like McDonald's.
Sorry.
Hindi, I think I just put a little too much red. I fixed it, I think. Hopefully. I think what I'm understanding now, like painting miniatures, the color you're applying will change.
It becomes a
Yes.
little bit darker.
Darker.
Yeah.
A little
So
bit darker.
parang minsan kasi when I put it, I'm like it doesn't look that nice, ganyan. But then, pag na-dry yung isang part, and then I'm like, nice.
It changes pa when the binder of the paints evaporate pa. So and you're left with just the pigments na lang and the the color gets darker pa. And lalo na kung yung primer mo dark din, ganun. So those are some of the factors.
Nice. That's the thing I didn't know. So now we know.
What
Which is
are
nice.
the parang common mistakes ng newbies na, I mean, we're lucky kasi we have you na you're guiding us. Pero ano yung mga usual na common mistakes that newbies can avoid?
I'll just share my experience.
Sure.
For me, not thinning paints. Yun. It's just parang go right ahead and just with one big glop of yun. Parang not thinning paint. So parang you'll end up erasing the details of your figure na. Especially when you're working with minis, diba? The details are like really small. So if you don't thin
True.
your paints talaga, you'll end up just covering them. So yun,
By thinning paints, you mean like watering it down a bit? Ganun?
yes, watering it down or yun nga, you have your tissue, parang ganun, no? Just wipe the excess, parang ganun. So yun. Not controlling the amount of paint that you put in your figure. Yan. Common mistake. What else? Parang
Okay.
yun lang naman yung usually talaga makukumit mo as a beginner.
I think that's what I'm doing now. But
Di naman. Doesn't look like it. You still have your details. As long as you still see your details, you're still good.
I think I want darker boots.
Ay, ano yan? So, Franz is demonstrating pala, ayan. What if you spilled paint sa... Ayan.
In places you don't want to be spilled. Awan.
Exactly. Your null oil. Oh, wow. He's doing a home TV shopping demo.
Wow.
So, that's a mistake that I made din pala. I spilled paint on my cutting mat and I used alcohol, IPA, and it erased the
The cutting mat.
lines. The lines on the cutting mat. Pero with
Yeah.
si Esya, I see revert, it doesn't erase the ano yan. It doesn't erase the lines on your cutting mat. And I learned that late. Wow, voila. Voila. Ayan. So good for cleaning up your non-oil spills. Ayan. So the revert
Nice.
paint stripper doesn't erase your lines on your cutting mat. So there. Clean.
Ngayon lang ako, like, I'm just now looking at the stream. Wow, we're 2 hours in. I didn't notice the
Are
time
we
go
really?
by.
O nga, no?
Parang enjoy lang, ganyan. Brush, mix ng paint. This is the color that I want. Learning new stuff.
That's the feeling that I got then the first time I started painting minis. Kasi originally I paint Gundams. So big bigger figures. Sabi ko parang for minis parang the details are tiny, parang ang hirap. Pero actually it's relaxing. It's very relaxing.
And what I'm figuring out also, lessons na from like newbies, no?
Ako nga.
It's fun to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
You won't
Don't
learn
be afraid to make
anything.
mistakes, no?
Yeah.
Through mistakes, you learn a lot.
Sabi ko kanina, you know what? Just paint. Paint,
Mm.
Willow. Just do it. Just paint it.
Just
Anyway, if you're unhappy, you have the stripper.
Yeah, yeah.
But then usually our first miniatures, we have to be proud of it.
I am
definitely.
proud of my first
Yeah.
miniature.
Mm. Keep it. Don't strip it. Just
Ano to?
Oh,
Mamahal to, guys, pag sumikat ako. The first painted miniature by Willow.
ano yan? What's that, Franz? uh, so
Sabi ni Gino, tahimik na rin si Willow. It's the part of game night where he's min-maxing what? Where it's not game night. But yeah. Kasi I'm trying to figure out. I want, like, is black boots nice? I like black boots. What boots are you wearing, mister? From my reference. I kind of want black boots lang.
yeah,
But
that's
I'll wait for it to dry kasi baka parang what do you say? Baka it's gonna get darker pa. Let's put Miss Teri again kasi maganda yung mini.
di pa. It's not smooth yet. I'm not proud of it yet. Still figuring out the sections of the ano eh.
Black boots? Should I go for it? Random
Aside
thought
from your
watching.
go.
Sorry. Johan says random thought watching people paint miniatures is literally watching paint dry. Learning a lot so far. Thanks, you guys. Are you also painting? Maybe you're painting while we're painting. That's a nice thing to do then. Like while you're watching us, you paint. I go.
Okay.
Sorry, Duane.
Wala lang. Oh, look. It's guy.
Wow.
The guy.
He has boots na.
He has boots na brown.
Gotta
Plus, I also applied the wash.
show everybody your work.
Is it
Ooh.
Still not figuring out my
And
boots.
the face is kind of scary to tackle. So I'm
I just
I'm putting
went
it to
for it.
last.
I just went for yung face twin. I think.
Go for it.
Yeah, I just go
Eh,
for it.
Pero you have a hood eh. Di ba? Like,
Tiwala lang.
tiwala lang.
Yeah.
Ano pa ba yung mga random things that I'm discovering while painting? Yun nga. Aside from not be afraid of making mistakes, parang you just enjoy the process. Na parang, yun nga, a while ago, I was saying, wow, 2 hours na pala tayo nagpipaint. I didn't even notice the time. Enjoy the process. Very relaxing. Parang, maybe you have like yung chill music or you have friends then you're chatting. Tapos you're just painting
Yep.
and stuff. Tapos, you know, you're creating art.
Yes. Most importantly, relaxing and unwinding. Oh, and if you're painting pala if that ano na for extended hours, don't forget to stretch
Oh, yeah.
your
Lalo na yung
backs.
neck exercises.
Okay, everyone
Oo.
stretch.
The backs most especially, and you gotta stand up once in a while. Learn that late, you know.
Sabi ni Jake, mini painting pala is also meditative, at least for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true.
Sam also said, you all made me want to paint, so I'm working on Taskmaster from Marvel United right
There
now.
you
Yay!
go.
Congratulations.
You know what? After this, we'll post. I'll post on GLive Game Night to like share what we made, and then maybe you guys can share your paintings also. Well,
Yeah.
post it there. And then
Love to
since
see those.
since I'm a painter already, I might post it in Pilipintados. You know.
Yes.
Ah.
I'm
Yes,
since
yes.
painter na rin tayo, Duane.
Yeah, Pilipintadas is really a good venue to, to seek advice and more there are the people there are really helpful. It's like you won't feel like you're such a noob for asking questions. It's like everyone there is really nice. So if you're planning on painting, just join the group. I suggest you join the group.
I'm gonna wait for mine to dry a bit. But then darker boots, uh red stuff, and then I think I'm done. That's gonna take
Wow.
me like 12 o'clock. Hindi, joke na. We'll try to finish at 11. Sabi ni Jake, and time for some self-reflection and realizations too. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I do thinking a lot when I'm painting.
Tan is asking, how do you know where exactly to put highlights? I think we went through this kanina, but yung suggestion ni Miss Teri was, one, if you do have a source of light, just make it shine on that side and then start highlighting those areas. Tama ba? And another one that I remember is 12 o'clock is the like
Easiest.
normal, easiest one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it depends on your scenario. If you have an outdoor scene, if you have a twilight scene, so you have to consider your light sources. But if it's just your normal, like for display, like what I'm doing right now, my guide is I use a spotlight. So parang one source of light. Just make the light shine on it and observe where the light will hit. So that's your starting point. So that's where your lightest areas will go. So but don't paint the white yet. So paint the midtones muna, the grays like this one. The grays, midtone, then just start adding the shadows where the light doesn't reach, and yun nga. But just white last na lang. Use it sparingly kasi parang if you put too much white minsan hindi na masyadong kind of like this one, medyo nadamihan ko yata yung white dito. Pero as you can see dito, parang I have a really white area here. Parang it looks like it's shining. So yan. Kaya parang use your white sparingly. Just ano, pang last nyo na yun. Yeah.
Parang yun yung highest point
Like,
talaga.
oo. That's what I learned then. Kasi I'm still learning din NMM. I'm not really, I admit I'm not really that good with NMM pa. So, those are so far, parang, the stuff that I learned. Parang, don't use white yet. Yanan.
Sabi ni Gino, how to paint 5 o'clock shadow with the 12 o'clock light source. Hehehe, joke. you twist your position. If your 12 o'clock light source is there, you move. You call Doctor Strange, I don't know.
You wait 5 hours. Para
You
5
use
o'clock shadow na siya.
You use Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, that's true. Are you painting right now, Gina? Or are you still at work? Is this podcast time for you? Are we podcasting? Okay, I have a question. So I want to paint black. Just paint black? There's no like, don't do this with black or something?
Start with dark gray. So
Okay.
instead of going for the black mode, just dark gray.
Yeah, because once you go black,
you can never go.
That is true.
Actually, di ba?
Actually
Kasi
true.
It's
Pero pwede
so
pa naman by layers, you can
by
pwede
layers.
pang habulin. Pero yun, safest is start with muna dark gray and add your black na lang to the super dark recessed areas.
How do you clean up yung edges? Like yung parang
sobrang lumambas like this one.
Yung parang may technique ba or is it like do you have a special pen technique so that you keep it stable? Kasi like yung when you're cutting sa yung mga like yung like for example yung belt because it's brown, so I want to keep it brown and it's like a straight line. How what's the best way to form like a straight stroke of
If does it have an edge? Are you talking about the edge of the belt? Parang
Wait lang. I can
oh
zoom in
yeah,
for
it
Dwayne. You
has
can
it
show it.
has a
Yeah.
so for example belt I'm not sure if it's zooming
the
pero yan may belt guy siya.
buckle, is it?
No, parang the
Yung
strip. Am I
ayun. If
making sense?
if it doesn't have an
Like how
the
do you make
division of the
how do
red
you
and the brown, tama ba?
stabilize your brush strokes? Is there like a technique
So
na
to
parang
make
straight lines? Yeah.
so parang the division of the red and the brown, parang ganun
Yes.
ba? Um, wala eh. You need to have ano talaga eh. Pero what I do is I make sure that I rest my arm on a
Ah,
surface. Parang hindi lang puro wrist. Parang naka-rest dapat siya para
parang
mas
ipepeg mo yung
oo.
i-angle mo siya na your the least amount of movement para straight lang siya.
Exactly, oo. Especially if you have tremors or
Ah,
nanginginig. So ako, if you can see, I'm using the paint handle. I use it to rest my ano din, my the side of my hand so that I can have better control when I do lines. Ayan, parang I make my palm side of my hand rest sa painting handle. Or sometimes kahit sa edge lang ng table, just
true.
make the side of your hand rest doon. Para parang yung finger mo na lang yung nagmo-move, not your entire arm and hand. Yun. So, yun ang
Yes.
style. Pero, if you have edges, like this one, if you have edges to guide you, you can use the side of your brush instead of using the point. So, let
Mm.
the side of your brush
Ta-
glide lang,
And
bristle.
it will pick up the
The
edge.
edge lang, oo. So, it's straighter, parang
Ah,
gano'n. Instead of using the point para mas natural yung ano niya.
that's that's a good technique. That's a good strategy.
Si Franz is painting na pala. Ayan. Painting na rin.
Nice. Let's see what you're painting. Hey.
Is
It's
that the one that you have stripped a while ago?
the Xeon guy. The Xeon
Oh,
pilot. What's his name? There. So that's... Is that purple or blue? Parang purple. Blue ba yan?
Sorry, nagmi-min max na nga ako ng ano. Yeah, nice.
I'm also parang I got this tip not through painting pero from makeup tutorials. The
Yes. So,
highlight you get it parang in a face you parang may mga high points talaga siya. So I guess sa minis you also look at where are the high points tas yun yung i-highlight mo para mag-pop sila.
exactly. Yes. Lalo na if you're painting the face, ganun. Same rules with makeup would apply. Like darker area dito sa may under the cheekbone, highlights here and the tip of the nose, ganun. Sa may above the lips, sa cupid's bow, yan. If you want your figure to look more lifelike. I don't know if my color is correct. I don't know where to put the red though. I don't have a reference.
John Irvin is asking for primer. Why do you always use darker hues? When do we use lighter hues?
Um, Actually, it's your ano na preference Pero some artists, they use the darker primers as shortcut for the shadows na. So since it's dark na, like just like what I'm doing, since this is supposed to be like silver, so parang I just leave the ano na lang. Parang shortcut yun pero if you wanna do it the proper way, paint the mid-tone. Pero yun, you can just leave those really recessed areas as is since you already have a dark base, dark primer. But for white, it depends if you're gonna paint lighter colors, brighter colors like yellow. It's better to use white. And if you will be doing freehand, if you have illustrations, so white will be good. Actually,
Ang galing nung
I
edge
think
of the brush technique. Sorry.
here you're using it na rin. It's alright. We will be announcing na rin. Siguro just be doing a demo na lang next. But
Ooh,
Arcus will have primers din. So water-based
nice.
primers, white and dark gray. So
More
yeah,
stuff.
yes,
Might
yes.
get me painting more stuff too.
Especially if you can't spray. If you can't spray, yeah, this is good for hand brushing. It's water-based too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kasi I live in a condo, so I need to go out pa to
Oo,
do
to
my
spray. So it's also coming out November din. The primers.
Nice. Okay. Why I make pink? Wrong color.
Everyone's quiet na.
Okay, if you guys
yeah.
want to see an
Sorry,
update,
let's keep talking.
here's the update for
Sige,
my.
let's talk about something na hindi paint related. What's your favorite board game, Terry?
um, I don't, well, old school Monopoly pa rin.
We're gonna
Pero kasi
change that.
what we what we play kasi with my friends is RPG. So parang dice lang okay na. Ganun
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oo. So more like
tama.
hi to the Sunday gamers by the way and my friends. So yun,
Oh,
parang vampires versus werewolves, ganun. So we just have this GM controlling the story. Dice lang. Pero yun, I wanted to get the Marvel United board game. Parang it's fun.
oh, it is.
Aside from the figures, it looks fun.
Me and Dwayne played it on stream, and we were surprised how
Super
fun it
fun.
is.
Yun,
Yeah.
looks really fun. Yeah, I saw the gameplay.
Sabi ni Gino, will the Arcus primers be called Optimus?
Oh, nice one.
Optimus primer. You're welcome.
Optimus
That
Royalties, but
Primus.
Gino.
That's a missed opportunity. Damn. O nga no, parang ganun. Bigla napaisip.
We have a resident punny man.
Let me
Gino.
guess, is he the one who mentioned a Lancaster always pays his debts?
Yes. Yes.
Nice. From
Of
Taiwan.
course.
Gino always, clutch with them puns. I mean, I
He's
just need
very
to put
punny.
very,
Hmm.
very punny. I think I'll just put a little bit more details.
Wow.
And then the wash. I forgot how to do the wash though.
Just very
do you have
diluted paint.
do you have like
Uh,
suggestions for can you guys see it? There you go. Tidit, 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 tidit. I'm gonna color that again, like feathers. It's Barney but rogue.
The rogue version. Barney gone rogue.
I think the
Yeah,
wash will just make it better. So
yeah, you can add wash, then the high. Actually, you can even add more highlights pa. So parang what your darker ay your base color, add more Lancasters to have a lighter pa. Then parang just do if you want to try dry brushing, yeah, you'll see the details pop pa if you want to try that.
okay.
Parang just let the brush hit the edges and
Like
you
like that.
Wow. Okay. I will tackle the hardest part, which is the face. Face. I don't have flesh yet, so what's the
um
best mixture? Is it
what colors do you have
white,
again?
brown, yellow?
Yes, you can start with yellow, add a bit of brown, then add white. So ratio would be you can use your golden yellow instead of the bright yellow.
Okay,
Use the orangey one. There.
I'm
got it.
going rogue and doing freeform stuff.
Yes.
Let's
So
see.
add the burnt sienna. Oh, did you change your brush, Willow?
I have like a dry brush, like a dried up poster paint brush that acrylic pala that my brother uses. I just want to use that tip for like
The dry brushing.
no, as in it's basically it's a pencil now because it's so hard. Just I just want to put stuff like a line.
Mm.
I don't know. We're gonna go silent again.
Painting, painting,
Are you painting the face
painting.
na, Dwayne?
Not yet. I'm still making the color because it's a little bit
Mixing pa.
jaundiced at this moment. So parang
You can add
not a
more
good
burnt.
look.
You can add more
Yeah.
burnt sienna.
Yeah.
Is the magenta on your set?
No, it's with me.
Okay. But
It's
you have the
okay.
red. You have the red, ano? You can add the tiny bit of red to make it parang
Uh,
rosy. Ganun.
yeah, para
Pero super tiny, super konti lang kasi strong
pow
yung red na
through
medyo.
powerful yung red.
Mm.
I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and the paint night. Also, Terry, I hope you're enjoying our company.
Oh, absolutely.
Art. Okay.
Just gonna go rogue.
What's the parang hardest thing that you have painted, Terry?
um, Maybe my last one. This was my entry for a contest. Si ano pa rin, si
The lady.
yeah, I forgot her name.
That was nice.
I forgot her name. From Diablo. My goodness, I forgot her name. But I have her here behind me.
Nice.
Ooh.
What's her What's her name again? Lilith. There you go. How could I forget? There.
Diabla.
Yes. Hard because um I was mixing pale skin, um blending. I didn't use an airbrush. It's all like just brush. So blending was hard. And she had um a black dress, or yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So painting black then. Yun. So far yun. I've only painted ano lang naman eh. And I also have see
It was an entry in a contest. Did you win?
well, just a judge. No, that was a honorable mention.
Yeah. Counts.
Yeah.
It counts.
I wasn't expecting because it's my first time to join. Then, you know, so really thankful. And I have The Witcher here. It's the first bust that I have.
Ooh.
First bust
Geralt.
that I have painted.
You have Gerald.
3D, yeah, Geralt. Printed by my husband. So
Nice.
my husband 3D prints. He provides all the backlogs. Ang bilis mag-paint ni Franz, buti pa siya. Ang bilis
I
daw
think
eh.
it comes with practice rin. Parang ako, oh no, ang tagal. Pero okay lang.
Yeah, that's
Trust in the
okay.
process and
And
enjoy.
your own pace then. Enjoy. What's important is you enjoy. Baliktad pala yung color ko. So this part is supposed to be red. So I am now gonna attempt to correct my my color mistake. Baliktad siya.
Nice. I don't know if you guys will see this, and I think it's nice, but I just added like some blacks
Ah, yeah. There you
on
go.
stuff.
Ah, the straps of the
Yeah.
quiver.
Yes.
I don't know. It felt too ano. Then I'll add some reds for bled. And then I think after the blood, what do I do first? The wash or the blood?
It,
What do you think?
will you be putting wash over the clothes?
Yes.
You can do the wash first if you want.
Okay.
You can just add your final touches of
For
blood.
blood. Okay. I think this is kind of it. That's the best
Looks good.
I could kind of
There.
do. I don't know if I want this to be like feather kasi I don't know.
You can. I suggest you can put a wash then, parang black wash dyan sa
Sa likod.
arrows mo. Yeah, so that you
Yeah.
can see the definition
The
for each ano.
do I put should I make it ano muna like a dark Lancaster yellow
For the which one?
for the like the quills?
You want it ano ba? Parang
I
off-white
don't know how
feathers?
arrows how how do quills look? They look brownish gray ish, right? You know what? These are all steel quills.
Yes.
Yeah. It
Like
depends on how
Hawkeye's.
you yeah. Okay, that
Hawk-
we're that's how we're doing it. Kasi I
yeah,
might
it kind of
destroy
looks
it
like
pa.
steel din naman.
Yeah. Nice.
Willow, how did you do your face? My face isn't correct.
It was the first one I did nga eh. Kaya nga parang ako, when I saw that, okay, my mouth pa siya up, I'm not touching that anymore.
Mukha na siyang parang faceless person.
Show it. Can we
Okay,
see?
show it.
Wait lang. I'm
Eh,
Are you using a big brush?
small.
Maybe thin out your paint. Wow. An
Nah.
expert. I think yun yung nagtatanggal ng details sa akin kanina. I had too much paint on my brush.
You can fix that with a brown wash. Your burnt sienna. You can bring back the details, the shadows.
Features.
Try
Yeah.
yes. Try
Na-wash
really,
out
really
kasi
light.
siya eh. Parang
You can mix the darker version of
Nano-
your flesh color. Yun. Tapos use it as a wash.
Okay, I'll still wash now. Sorry, to do a wash.
it became no face.
So that people can learn also. I'll put my face to the GLive. To do a wash, I get black and
And really, you have to get a put black first on your palette. Then you need to use a water-loaded brush, like
so I
really,
really water the
or put a drop. If you want, you can put a drop of water on your palette. Then put black. So parang it has to be really diluted.
How do
How
I
did
know
you-
that
How did you do with Duane? Yan si Duane's. Did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
expert doing?
Yeah, so on my palette, I super wet the brush. Tapos I added 1 drop of the for me it's like the purple and the brown the dark colors, and then lots of water until the consistency is like super runny.
Translucent. Yes.
Tapos I test it out on the folds of the clothes. Tapos the dark color should parang cling in the middle parts, yung shadow parts dapat.
Okay.
Kung hindi pa siya nagki-cling doon, kung if it's on top, it's not runny enough. So add more water.
Just gonna put water and
medyo dark pa yun. Si black, medyo matapang siya. So, you gotta use a lot of... You can remove the excess paint with your tissue.
Yeah, tapos I whatever while it's still wet, super wet, the highlight part, I dab it with tissue so that
Parang erasing the paint on those parts.
You
and
know what?
since the tissue cannot reach the inner part, the crevices, yun na yung magiging shadows niya.
Medyo more medyo more water pa, medyo pa.
So for example, wait, this one. Nope. Yep. Yeah, this one. Super
This
watery.
is my technique.
That streak that you have, yan siguro ang lagyan mo ng water.
Oh,
Yan,
it's super
sa
ano
side.
ba?
Oo. Just to be safe, kasi baka may ayan, parang medyo ganyan. Mamaya mabura mo lahat siya.
Bigla
We're back
ma-erase.
to the we're back to the unlocked character.
Unlock character. Okay. There you
Ayan.
go. Let's try this.
Yes.
Ayan. It's clinging to in the eye socket. Mukha lang siyang nakapikit. Like parang,
Can I just wash the whole
ganun.
thing? Right?
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if
know.
it's looking good as shadows, you can do that. Some people do that. For Duane, kaya siya mukhang nakapikit kasi you don't have the pupils yet, no?
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, the guy can be parang scared siya. So
Then I'm
you
gonna
can
do
close your eyes, my dude.
the Duane technique. Tissue, please.
Or tissue or cotton buds or swab. Kaso the cotton swab kasi tas fibers minsan dumidikit.
I don't know if it's working. You know what? Tiwala lang.
Okay. Do
Si
I want to try
Franz-
the pupil?
Si Franz ba may audio na? Franz? Share your tips naman. Si Franz, ang Ang magaling, super galing ni Franz sa ano, sa freehand. Grabe. Yung mga parang tattoo designs.
Oh, wow.
Yan ang specialty niya ni ano, ni Franz. Something that I can't do. Galing niya mag-drawing.
Dry up, please.
Okay.
Sabi ni Gino, after painting, you can also pimp the base of the mini by adding grass, rock, sand to mimic terrain they're standing. Did I read this already?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm just answering yes to his
Okay.
question.
Gotcha. That looks so nice, Sir Franz. What is that? Did you just paint that now? Hello?
Ayun. Ayan, he's just showing the one of his works. Yun nga, may parang tattoos yung ano. Ayan. So, a McFarlane Space Marine.
Nice.
figure.
I think... I'll try again.
Ayan. It looks like a tattooed samurai warrior. Yun ang specialty ni Asiya.
So cool.
Ang ganda ng kasi that's all freehand, no?
Mm-mm.
So you really need to have the control.
Yep, steady hands. His lines pa, the line art,
The line work.
is insane. Yeah.
Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep.
So, ibang level ng
Okay.
painting ni Franz.
I have a face na. It's not a no
Yay!
face anymore. Now,
He's,
do I want
he's
to do
not.
the pupil? Yeah, let's
You
do the pupil.
need a smaller brush maybe. Or
My
do you have a
smallest.
toothpick? Do you have a toothpick? Like, or anything pointed siguro?
I have a pusher.
Yeah, maybe you can use that, the pointy part.
Ooh, okay. Toothpick.
Ayan, si Francis gonna do the eyes na rin. Ayan.
What is that item? Yes, what's that? Is it a pick or
It's a paintbrush.
is it a paintbrush?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Is it triple O? Or the number, ano yun, ano? What do you call that? Yeah,
What is
it's like this really triple O. Ayun. Kind of like this tip. I think I have a triple O here. Yan. Meron.
Wait, we want to see Franz do the eyes.
Ayan. White. He's starting with the white. So maybe you can follow. Where's naglag yata si...
Naglag.
Ayun.
Naglalag, sorry. I'll just put it back to Teri.
So you can start with the white na muna, Duane, if
Mhm.
you want to go ahead with the eyes. The white. If your brush is big, you can try the ano, any pointed pointy object.
I mean, not bad, Willow. I'll show you guys later kasi I'm not sure. I just wanna encourage myself by saying it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Thanks, Duane. Grabe daw yung gradient. Also, awesome job. I think that's for Francis miniature kanina. Miniature. Here, I want to show you now because it kind of looks.
You're ready?
You're ready to
Just
reveal.
the wash. Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
the
let me-
outcome of your wash.
Let me fix the focus. Here you go. May ano start to. But I mean, at least may pagka
May details na, di ba?
yeah, maybe I need to put more sa
Yan.
likod. But
There you
it's
go.
kind of alive.
Yes. We can see the details now,
Ooh, I can see it.
di ba?
Yay. Nice.
Awesome.
Okay,
It's really
now
Good job.
back to not
Yay.
me.
It looks really good. Pwera bola.
Hindi, walang bola.
Okay lang kung may
Ano naman
bola ngayon.
tayo?
Kasi
It's a safe space. Parang it's
Yes,
all constructive criticism.
Constructive.
Parang
Yep. We're learning as we go along. So I corrected my mistake kanina.
oh, you made it baliktad na ulit. Nice.
The red pala is supposed to be. I saw another painted figure kasi.
Sabi ni Gino kung walang bola-bola, asado na lang. That is right.
Badumts.
badam. Okay.
Red pala dapat yun.
No.
This is supposed to be red. Yes.
No.
Why? What's happening, Duane?
The eyes.
What happened?
It's becoming like the eyes are too big.
Nagiging cartoon.
True.
Anime.
So no.
You can just retouch the ano na lang, parang the skin around the eyes. It's okay. You can always retouch. This one is red.
Actually, what's nice is I'm actually like learning like willow techniques for painting, you know?
Nice. Yeah, you develop your own ano talaga techniques, which is really good.
Wow, you look alive, mister.
Yeah, you started talking to him na eh. That's why he really looks alive na.
I think that's a willow tip. Talk to your painting. Nice. I like it. I'm so excited for D&D on Wednesday now.
Yeah, it really enhances the playing experience.
You and you. Okay. And now I remember like the color mixes that you used.
When I started painting, I didn't even do washes. I just painted everything. And then when I learned about washes, parang ayan, it's very easy pala to put back the details and stuff.
I made green. Why? Don't know. How did I make green?
Yellow and blue.
And the red? I put a little red there, but maybe I should just paint the base green. Maybe that's why.
He's he's on grass.
Yeah. The paint tells me to make grass.
Wow.
You follow what the paint says now.
Yes.
That's another tip. Do you paint like the sides of? Yeah, I guess so.
Which one?
No, it's
The
okay.
base?
I'm answering my own. No. Yeah, the base. Like the your boot. May onting ano lang, sir. May grass na ano sa boot mo. Have you ever like used other, so you painted the miniature, have you like used a marker to put in like details, a pen or something?
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm really in a hurry, we use tech pen, like for sometimes just for retouching stuff. Like if I missed a black area, black spot, or if I really can't do, like if it's a tiny pupil, you can use a tech pen. But the problem is they rub off easily, so you have to be careful. If it's an area that you're not gonna touch anyway, you can do that.
Sorry, they rebuff easily?
Rub off. Yeah, if it's
Rub off easily. I'm sorry. Okay. I
Yeah,
heard it wrong.
if it's an area that you touch, or you know, markers, they have a tendency to rub off.
Okay, so here's, let me show and tell. There you go. Sorry, I had to paint it green kasi wala lang. Yan.
Show and tell
it's,
time.
It's wet yet. It's wet pa. It's wet yet.
Wow.
Taglish. But yeah. I mean,
Green.
I like what the wash did. I think I also like what it did too. I kind of dry brushed
Mhm.
the back.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah, so it I mean, if it's like perfect colored, this pantay-pantay lahat kasi I feel like it's not nice. I don't know. So I had to put
Hey,
like blacks
it's
in
really
there.
good.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. I mean, I thought I was gonna do worse. Yeah, I'm gonna add na lang some reds once everything is dry, and then
Final
I'm scared to
touch.
put the eyes now.
I yeah.
No comment ka din.
I went back to yung ano, just the wash. So para ma-pick up yung features, pero I didn't try the eyes anymore because I don't have a fine enough brush nor the skill to match it.
I wanna put red
Not
eyes.
yet.
Though.
Kulang pa ng practice.
Just the tool, maybe. Just a pointed something. Yeah, you can do it.
I'm gonna get na lang a hair from my kilay.
Oh, what I learned also, what I heard from another a professional painter, is when you're doing the eyes, the white part, don't use like really white. It looks unnatural. So he suggests use a little bit of like either a yellowish tinge, parang Lancaster na mas lighter pa, may white. Basta not like super white. Yun ang
Yeah.
sabi. If you want to make it look natural, but if you're painting anime and just like what Franz is doing. It's a character from an anime. It's fine. White is fine. Pero yun lang, parang if you're aiming to make it look real, uh, yeah. So, Franz, are you done with your eyes? Can you show your ano, how you did your eyes?
Uh,
Oh wait.
you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
A bit choppy though.
I'm
Done.
laggy as always. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's okay.
So
It's normal here.
I
In the
used
Philippines. It's fine.
for this.
Yeah, it's still
It's
very
lagging.
choppy.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
It's okay.
I
It's
used
okay.
to
Your
say
presence is
000 size brush
baka naglalag lang siya pag hindi yung
and
main.
000.
Okay. So Franz used 000 size brush though.
Gino says, Willow, for grass, you can use crushed paints, pencil shavings mixed with green paint and glue, then stick and apply as needed. The problem is I don't have pencils anymore. But thank you. I don't
That's a
I
good
don't think I
tip.
have
I'll try that. I'll try that. It's a good idea.
Okay, it's dry. Now to put like red stuff. Look, I put kind of a wash also sa grass.
Yes.
Yay. Gino,
Nice.
out of 10, did you think I would paint like this?
Rate my
I
paint.
mean, yeah, not bad, Willow. No highlights though.
But you know what? I think, if you add like just, I think the only thing that's lacking with it is just the highlights. Although right now it looks good as is, but if you start adding highlights, I wouldn't think that it's done by a newbie. I honestly,
You're tempting me to add more and
honestly,
destroy.
no,
Baka
no, no.
masira. How do I put highlights? That's the ano.
Same way that you did dry brushing with your arrows, diba? That's actually good. Ano, parang don't you see where the light is hitting, parang from where you are, parang the top ng hood niya dito, and yung dito niya sa arm, and parang the folds, diba? His clothes have folds. Parang just brush it with ano lang, parang the lighter shade of your base color, parang ganun. Yeah,
Okay.
if you wanna add, but like I said, it looks good as is. Pero yun na nga, it doesn't look like it's a work of a newbie. I'm not kidding.
Aw, thank
Not
you.
pulling your leg.
I guess it helped that his clothes is just one color. I made it all one color.
Yeah, but usually naman, diba? That's how their clothes are.
Yeah,
Stealthy arrow, the
Yeah.
archers, the rogues.
I'm tempted to do the highlights.
You can try if you want. Yeah, I can see. I'm starting to see that those areas where, the highlights would look. That's up to you.
I should just I could just put a small light here. May sarili siyang light source para every time you look at the mini, meron na highlights. Real life highlights. Joke.
Yeah, I do that too. And we also have this technique pa nga. If we're doing OSL, object source lighting. For example, he has fire in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I started doing that, I used to shine like a flashlight from that point where the light is supposed to be coming from, and then I take a picture. Then that serves as my guide. So, yun. Then from there, parang you eventually develop parang that sense na of where to put the highlights, ganun. Ganun. If you're doing object source lighting.
Hey,
So that's
else.
a
I'll
hack.
do the reds and then I'll think about the highlights. I think
Yeah.
yeah, but I wanna do the highlight because it's. I mean, we're here.
You're tempted.
Ayun.
Okay.
It's calling you.
Gonna practice the reds first
I
on the
wanna
arrow.
stop. The face is my Waterloo. I can't. Kanina ko pa. I've been finagling it with it. It just looks like a monster now.
The
I need
ice.
more figs na blindfolded. Para, pero yeah, this is yan. This is mine.
Wait lang. Sorry.
Nope. Walang wait.
Here you go. That looks nice, Duane.
Yeah.
Kaso lang hindi siya nagpo-focus. Kasi, come on webcam, focus. Kasi, the face is weird. Pero I'm happy with the red coat.
It's not
But
it's not focusing though, but it's distinct. I mean, we can still see the details. It's just really the eyes, I guess, that you need
yeah,
something pointed.
pero okay na. Like sometimes I just need to step back, take some
Yes,
time, and I think
exactly.
I'm good na for now.
Don't force yourself because that's how burnouts
I
start and
mean,
stuff like that. Just
ah,
yeah, do it when you feel like doing it.
true.
Wait lang. Just a
Agree.
couple more details and then we can. Ano.
Sige. Ako, I'm not painting na, so I can just chat
Go
chat
ahead.
away. So if there are still people in the chat, how are you going? How are you doing, guys? I hope you're inspired to. If you're a newbie painter, I hope you're inspired to take up a brush, pick up a set of Arcus paints, and just do it. There is a wealth of knowledge plus a group of amazing people to help you out. The hardest
Yes.
part for me is to just start. Yung parang to just dive in. Tas parang once you in it, you get into the groove, parang na-enjoy mo na siya and you learn a lot of things along the way. Parang your own special techniques, your own method, and it's okay to make mistakes kasi it's part of the learning process. And you also have the stripper to erase big mistakes.
To help you start over.
Yes, to help you start over. And yun lang, just enjoy the process because this is so relaxing. So parang you're just painting, making something come to life is it's an exhilarating feeling. And really, really exciting. And so while Will was finishing up his his mini, on Monday we're gonna have GLive gaming news. We're gonna talk about uh, GLife. That is, you can access gaming live through Gcash. So you can check it out actually right now. And tomorrow there is a special promo. Some games will be at 50% off. 50% off.
Mhm.
So is it Willow? Is it tomorrow or like in an hour? In about like 12 noon. At
You
12
can
noon, 12
actually
midnight.
check 12 noon. I 12 midnight,
At
yeah.
12 midnight.
You can check
Uh
12 midnight.
yes. Next is on Wednesday we're gonna do our first D&D live game. So that's me, Willow, and Carl with our special Dungeon Master lands. We're gonna do Legends of the Dark Barovia. So we're gonna jump into the demi plane of Barovia. I don't know what's inside there. It sounds fun, and we're gonna have fun together. So catch us. That's on Wednesday, and on Friday, we're gonna have. That's next week. We're gonna have GLive game night. We're just gonna hang out, play some games, maybe talk about mini miniature painting and what we have learned because this is amazing. And just like that, we're already at the end of October.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, November na, then December. December, a lot of Christmas na. A lot of amazing things coming. Did I miss
And
anything, Willow?
bonus.
True.
Uh, wala naman. Sorry,
Oh,
wait lang.
Terry, I have a question. How do you clean up your brush? Do you
Yun.
do you have a special way of?
Actually, I do. Yes. I'll just get it really quick.
Sure, no
Ano
problem.
muna, I'll pause
Sige, well,
muna. I'll get
yeah, kasi
my wait lang.
especially if the brushes are the animal hair, you want to make sure that you're taking good care of it because that's one way of extending the life of your brushes. And from what I've realized, you really need a good brush to get those finer details. Not the smallest brush, but like a really good brush because it has that pointed tip. Uh,
Yay!
I'm back.
okay, yeah, welcome back, Terry. So we're gonna talk about how to uh
Brush cleaner.
yeah,
Okay, this is
maintain
just
your
a hack.
brush.
This is just a hack I've learned from a professional painter, Sergio Calvo. uh, so I saw this technique from him. So what he does is he puts the foam. So remember, someone asked about the foam,
Mm-hmm.
and then for me, I added an old toothbrush. Like I just broke the head of the toothbrush. And what I do is, so the solution that I put in here is either the paint stripper, or I also use uh, LA's totally awesome. It's a cleaner, actually. It's a cleaner solution. You can use the paint stripper, but it kind of evaporates, especially if your um container is not uh tight enough. But what
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes do is mix the paint thinner with the LA Totally Awesome cleaner, so it still stays moist like that. So I just rub my brush there, and if there are paints that are really stuck in between the bristles, that's where the toothbrush is for. Yan, ganyan siya. That's why it's dirty na kasi it's full of paint na. Yan, ganyan. So that's how I clean my brushes. Then I rinse it with water.
Rinse, rinse, rinse.
Yes. But for starters naman, you can just soak it in the paint stripper. It's safe. It's safe to clean the paintbrushes. It won't damage your bristles. But you just have to make sure that you don't put your brushes in a cup directly lang. Kasi ang tendency is if you just drop it in a cup, your bristles are gonna be like this. 'Di ba? When it hits the
Ah, yeah.
bottom,
Like
'di
separate
ba?
na.
So Oo. So the next day you'll see that your bristles are curved na. So it's better if you get you can buy these makeup uh these are for makeup brushes eh. The where you can insert your paint brushes so there you can put them hanging and the bristles are not touching the bottom of your paint stripper
Ooh,
container. Yeah.
nice.
So you can DIY that actually. So just make sure that your bristles are not deformed when you soak them. Yeah. Those are just my ways. Is Fran still there?
Top
I think he's on
tips on
audio.
Ayan. I think France uses ano
Yes,
din, the revert. So
I'm here.
how do you clean your brush? Do you soak? Do you soak your brushes?
Normally, I use brush soap. So like
Vallejo, is that it?
brush soap.
yes,
Ah, the brush soap. Oh,
yes, I
yes,
use brush
surprise.
soap. So technically, as if I'm treating the brush as a natural hair. So I'm shampooing the brush as well, especially for the Kolinsky
Ooh.
brushes, the natural hair
Ganun.
brushes. But for the synthetic naman, okay na yung itong ano nga, yung revert.
Paint stripper.
Tapos yung difference namin yung kay Teri, yung sponge niya, ako naman yung ano, yung wet wipes. I put paint stripper on wet wipes, then I clean the synthetic brushes from there. So,
Nice.
yan.
Jerry Yang said masters question mark. I don't know. Is that a brand or is
The
that
soap brand.
okay.
Was it Masters, France? The soap brand.
I forgot the exact brand, pero generic brand lang siya eh.
A
Uh,
generic brand?
the soap you mean? I think the soap you can buy that from Diovir paint store. Art store.
Okay, I'm done.
Yes, let's see. Did you
I
add
think that's
highlights?
no. I not kind of, but not really. No, not yet. I'm not gonna lie, not yet.
That's
But
okay.
I think this is. I'll just show it through my main camera. Para I think it's gonna get lit better. But here,
Ooh.
is it focused? There. Medyo hindi. But there. Here is my. It's not focused.
We're gonna
Maybe
take
try
pictures
putting
of
your
this
hand.
and
Oh,
post it in ano.
Maybe it's too close. Here.
or
Ganyan.
try putting your hand at the back of your figure.
Like a makeup ano.
Yes, exactly. There you go. It's focusing. Put your
He's he's
yan.
he's wanting to focus on my face. But here you go. There's my.
There you go.
Let's do a little
Nice.
twisty twist again. I mean,
There.
I like it because it's dark and hindi masyado
Yes.
kita yung details, but but there are nice shadows too. And I just put like red on the tip. Hindi siya masyado kita, but yeah,
Kita siya
cool.
actually. Kita siya. Very nice.
Yay! I'll take nice photos, post it in GLive game night community, and
Yes.
Yay.
also
Me too.
in Pilipintados. We'll post it there also, Duane.
Oh my
Para
God,
Yay.
our first.
Pilipintados?
Yeah,
For
let's just
real?
post it.
Yes.
It's our first time. Let's share it with people. How about
Okay,
you?
yeah,
Exactly.
How about
sure.
you, Dave? Come on, show yours. Wow.
Sa akin pa rin siya nagfo-focus eh. But no. Pero
It's
no, yeah. Tomorrow I'll take,
Ayan.
in the flattering light of day, you'll be taking photos. M. Bison.
nice.
Nice.
But
We
yeah,
can see the details of the face pa naman.
Yes. Pero I give up on the white. Parang, yeah.
The,
Parang, I tried a while ago, tas parang, whoa, too big. Parang bug eyes. Tried again, bug eyes again. Pero
for
sige.
For now, nakapikit muna siya.
Naka ano siya,
Mm.
yan,
Mm.
nakapikit siya.
The
Kanina ko pa
face,
tinitignan yung ano ko. I think it's really, really, really fun to do.
It
that's
is
good.
super fun.
Yeah.
Pero yeah,
Yay!
thank you very
Anyway,
much.
yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream there. Uh, also Terry, you can show your final ano pala.
Not yet done.
I
As
mean,
always.
yeah, but look at it.
Yeah,
Look at that though.
I corrected I reversed the red and the gray. So mostly base colors and still, oops, not focusing.
Yeah.
Focus, come on.
There you go.
Ayan.
It's seen. Nice. Ang
Yeah.
galing na mukha talaga siyang metal.
Sketch,
I, I,
sketch.
I know for these painting stuff then parang it's really nice to have like a artistic background like if you paint sa digitally or like sa canvas, no. And honestly, I don't really do much of those. I just know when something is nice and something is not parang bagay or ano. But it's nice to experience it to make one, you know. Really really
Yes.
had fun to learn also the techniques and I guess we can share like one tip from a newbie, you know, like something we learned through the experience doing before we end.
Yeah.
Mine is there are techniques, but you can also make your own techniques.
Yes. Absolutely.
I, I was at that point kanina na parang, you know what? It's just for fun. I'm gonna try it out. If it doesn't look good, meron namang uh, stripper, may paint stripper naman at the end, and I can redo it with the knowledge. And then once I was doing that, I realized parang okay, to put like this kind of color, I can try this technique, and then it worked. If it didn't work, I just brush it off with like tissue. Kaya yung tissue ko gamit na gamit kanina pa. And then some of the techniques worked for me. Like putting like details dun sa satchel sa bag, dun sa arrow was really nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me. How about you, Dwayne?
Uh, for me, it's trust in the process and trust in yourself.
Mhm.
Yung trust in the process kasi parang when you're starting, parang it doesn't look good. Pero once you build and build and build, you just go through the motion and trust in the process. Parang you'll end up with something nice and something that you will be really proud of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And trust in your friends na giving your tips na parang they this community is amazing kasi they really want you to parang improve and grow na parang
Yes.
like we spent more than 3 hours sharing and so I'm really grateful about that. So
Yeah.
thank you Terry, thank
Super
you
fun.
Franz, and thank you to Carl a while ago, and thank you to
Yeah.
everyone who joined in the chat na
Yes.
giving tips, asking questions, giving us the cheering us up kasi parang go Willow, go Duane. Yan.
Yeah,
Really
I
boosted
saw a
our
lot of
morale.
people saying that you can do it, Willow, just do it, ganyan, kaya mo yan. And then,
'Di
like
ba?
ngayon, Gino said, good job with the details, guys, the pouches and the belts and accessories. So, you know,
Yes.
I mean, it's fun and you appreciate the things that you made, but it's also like really masarap sa feeling na parang people are saying, oh, ganda rin naman ang ginawa mo and like that. Like me, I didn't trust that I could make something like this, to be honest, but really really had fun. Yeah. Before we end, maybe you have some closing remarks, or maybe um you can promote your stuff, Terry, and see another team, Sir France.
So friends. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just start.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting us. We really had a lot of fun. It's not just sharing techniques, but we also learned a lot actually from Carl. Carl is really a good painter too. Um, and please like Arcus hobby page so that you can be updated with the latest products and
Mm-hmm.
releases. And please like my page also. It's called Arcane Mechanicum. Although I haven't been that active lately. Say busy, but yeah, please like our pages.
Mhm.
That's it, and thank you again. I just want to say hi to everyone, all my friends who watched and joined us. Thank you
Yeah.
to everyone who asked questions, ganon, kasi we all learned, kumbaga,
Yeah.
from those questions and answers. So thank you.
Uh,
There,
and then si Sir Franz or
France,
yeah, Esia.
France.
Okay. Sige. So just try to check out Esia on Facebook. And if you get to see like Sir Franz chat in like Philippine Dados or maybe in GLive game night, no, you let's say hi, be a friend, and know that he's helping us with paints also. No? But yeah, that's it for tonight. If you guys wanna check out the paints, they're available on GamingLive.com, also on Lazada and Shopee. Also, the stripper is there now. Actually, um, planning to get a whole bunch of these for me. Uh,
There you
medyo
go.
na-enjoy ko na rin siya, to be honest. And then, before we end, a few announcements. GLive tonight, bukang, actually, ko narinig niyo yung Viber, nagme-message na sa akin yung GLive person. I think he's gonna start it at 12 midnight, so you can check your Gcash app already
Ooh.
at 12 midnight. And then, on Monday, we're gonna have our we'll feature it there more. But yung take advantage of the 23 to 29 discounts there. Madami yun. And then on Wednesday, D&D, our first D&D night. So but yung G Live, we're doing a lot of first time things. So really enjoying experiencing this with you guys. All of those who came in and chatted with us. I hope we see you again on the future streams. But that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for keeping us company. We'll post this on G Live Game Night and on Pilipintados. I hope to see you guys there also. And maybe you can post your first miniature that you painted.
Yes.
We'll check it
Yes.
out there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on Monday. Peace. Bye-bye.
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 Thank you. Bye-bye.